Oh, fire.
Grenade out.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Winter Pinnacle series. My name is Neokai, joined as per usual by the lovely EU Retro as we kickstart this morning's Counter-Strike. Now, of course, for us over in the UK, it's very early. It's 7:55 a.m. Of course, for you lovely people in Europe, you're an hour ahead. It's still a bright and early morning. And of course, you have to say, Retro, it's a lovely day outside. And I think it's a lovely day for some Counter-Strike here in the server. Our first game of the day, Copenhagen Flames taking on GamerLegion. Now, this is, for me, quite an interesting game. You've got two sides who are kind of polar opposites. You've got the Copenhagen Flames side, who at one point were, top 10 in the world, destroying everyone in the tier 2 seed. And you've got GamerLegion, who had their moments of glory, but kind of to the last part of 2021, really fell off.
Yeah, but they're more than back in 2022,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I think when we compare this matchup, like, I think, obviously the matchmaker Pinnacle would state that Copenhagen Flames have every chance to win this one, but for both parties, I think that this is actually a really interesting game, and a lot of people will be banking maybe on this going to 3 maps or Copenhagen Flames to be upsetted here, just because I fear that maybe that is an opportunity that could happen here, right? GamerLegion ranked 27th in the world. They're looking pretty sharp right now. Overall, I think, Copenhagen Flames will still have that edge, but, as you said, it's not quite the Copenhagen Flames we saw sort of in the major at the end of last year.
Yeah, of course. And this is the bracket of how we got to where we are. Copenhagen Flames, one of our invite teams. GamerLegion 2-0 over Endpoint. Now, for me, that's a very substantial victory. Endpoint are quite a hard team to break down, and for GamerLegion to pretty comfortably walk by them, nets them into quite the substantial place. Now they've got to take on the mighty Danes, and as you mentioned, there's not too much of a disparity in terms of rankings between these two sides. You've got Copenhagen Flames coming in at 17th in the world, and GamerLegion at 27th. They're both in the side of that top 30, and they're both really on a very good run of form. You see GamerLegion on a 3-match win streak where they're taking down some very decent teams, EC Bruges, Endpoint, Eklot. I know towards Copenhagen Flames, they're coming off the back of a 2-0 loss against SKADE. So will that be the difference maker? Well, the confidence that GamerLegion have currently in their sales, they're kind of on current form looking very, very strong. As we've already mentioned, they're back. 2022 seems to be their year. Will that be enough for them to take down this side like Copenhagen Flames?
Yeah, that's the question for us, right? I think when we look at the rosters as well, I think there's a couple of individuals that you'd be looking towards. Obviously, when you maybe look at the Copenhagen Flames side of things, all eyes basically on Roy. He's been an unbelievable power for the side of the Copenhagen Flames. Let's not forget, Nikodos's AWP is something of fine gratitude as well. But again, I feel like we're struggling for firepower a bit. If we want to relate to that Copenhagen Flames time that did so well, that everyone loves bringing up, right? I think maybe you're looking at a Yabi or a Zypern to pop off as well. And sort of the win conditioning for Copenhagen Flames comes with the third player doing well, right? But on the side of GamerLegion, it's actually really surprised me at how they can sort of distribute and share sort of the wealth of kills across the board in different games, right? I was having a look into this recently, sort of like, is there any star man in every single game? Well, to give you their last 3 games, right? Ime top frag the first one, Isaac top frag the second one, Ime top frag the third one. So there is pattern, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like Copenhagen Flames in the sense that Ime is our Roy, where, you know what, he has some pretty good games, but behind him, he has 4 very capable teammates. And so for the side of GamerLegion, for me, it's similar to Copenhagen Flames, where I feel like we just need, a couple of players to turn up on the day, and that in turn will be enough for them to push the payload, maybe to get that semi-final, or rather the semi-final spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think kind of as you mentioned, the win factor definitely for the Flames has to be that third man stepping up, right? Kind of Roy has been pulling his own weight, it's more than to say. The AWP Nikodос finds that potential consistently, but of course it's that third man. Whether it's going to be the young guns, of course you look towards your Yabi, or of course it's Zypern, both so young in age, I think 17 and 18 apiece. That's the big question. Of course, here's your GamerLegion roster. Rusty, Era, Isaac, IM, and Zero. Zero is well a player who, when he really starts to find himself, kind of cement himself into the server, can be unstoppable at times. But I think he as well, in his own regard, is in a separate category of a sort of a win factor, quote unquote. Because, you look towards Isaac and him as kind of the 2 guys to predominantly step up for GamerLegion, right? They're the 2 guys who create a lot of the success, really bring the firepower and have kind of caused a lot of the problems. And then in a similar sense, it is that third man again, right? For Copenhagen Flames to look towards the young guns. But in this situation, we've had Rusty step up at times. Era's been in this squad for such a long time, even when they had like kind of, you know, Dobbo, for example, you know, that old GamerLegion roster. So been a lot of disparities, a lot of changes, but Era's always remain a consistent factor. And of course, I think another thing that builds a narrative that would allow these guys to step up is the veto, right? We look to what maps we want to see here. Do you think GamerLegion probably arguably go towards a slightly puggier maps? And yeah, the Mirage pick coming forward, no surprise at all. It's a map for GamerLegion, which has always been such a consistent part of their map pool. But then the pick of Verto comes forward. Now, for the Flames, this is a very, very confident pick from them.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think the big step up for this Vertigo pick is quality over quantity, right? Is that Copenhagen Flames, they've had less of a win rate, but in the last 3 months, they've actually played the harsher teams on it. The last 2 times that they played against Gambit and VP. They've beaten Heat, they've beaten Sinners, they've beaten Akimbo, they've beaten Eternal Fire on the map. The last 2 times they played this, they've played against some of the top teams in Counter-Strike, right? And for GamerLegion, a win over Endpoint yesterday, EC Brugger as well on Vertigo. I think, you know, they've had the higher win rates. Do not get me wrong. There's no disparity to that, but I think the question is now, like, the quality of teams that you've been playing, how does that weigh up into your percentages? The same thing can kind of be said for Mirage here. They've had wins over NIP, but then also losses to K23. They've had wins over Dignitas, wins over Young Ninjas, but they lost to BLUEJAYS and Blink. So again, for Copenhagen Flames, I think it's just about finding their form. It's whether we see the Copenhagen Flames that has put us in such a startled position in previous times, or if we see the Copenhagen Flames maybe out of the end of last year where actually, do you know what, post-major wasn't looking too good. For the side of GamerLegion, I think the veto isn't exactly a bad one. I think that they've got a real chance of taking us to a 3rd map. Neo, I'm going to ask for your prediction, and then I'll give you mine. I'm pretty set on my ideas. I just want to know yours. What are you thinking in terms of result?
Well, I think off the back of the veto, I'm actually going to go in favor of GamerLegion. Taking this one 2-1 is where I'm going to stand. Because I think while Ancient used to be an absolute stronghold for Copenhagen Flames, it's no longer the case for me. In my eyes, it's no longer that map for them, which has been, I mean, such a consistent factor, such, you know, guaranteed wins. You know, look towards the latter part of 2021, kind of just before the major, that was their map. Not really the case anymore, but ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are underway within map number 1, round number 1. Copenhagen Flames start on the CT side. GamerLegion, T side. Retro, what was your thoughts? Where are you leaning? I'm
a 2-1 Copenhagen Flames, mate. I think that they're going to lose. They're going to lose out on the Mirage, but they'll win the other 2. Nice start here for Yabi, tapping away. Ime's head taken off. Oh, P2 dousing him. Nikadol's good for 1. Zero hasn't even turned. He's still trying to take fights. He turns to take the other opponent. He will find nothing though from under balcony. Roy's able to pick up the pieces alongside Hooksy's USP. The silent killer may be a Zero now. Left alone, 1-on-2. Roy, 1 point of health to make the difference. And Era has to settle down for the post plant, or does he? He's taken the fight, and he's even found a dink to Hooksy. 12 HP on both players. He's been given space to set the bomb. Hooksy's got a kid in a smoke, but it won't matter against the Glock. It's going to have to be the gunfight, and Hooksy now just going to play the discipline. Era 1-on-2, now turn 1-on-1, and it is so manageable for him. Here's the shots, knows Hooksy's coming from connector. Anticipate the stairs peak. Can't land the shot on the first engagement. Has to jiggle back and forth. He's still buying time. That's the important picture to be made. But Hooksy's USP to take his head off. And with the kit comes plenty of time. Copenhagen Flames to steal away the pistol.
Yeah, Hooksy, you know, just buying time there, waiting for his opportunity. It's a very, very good attempt, though, from Zero. I mean, what he does is he isos fights brilliantly. He fires the first plane towards jungle, then doubles back, and he guarantees the plant. And I think that's the primary thing that you want to see going forward for GamerLegion in these sort of scenarios. When it comes down to a clutch situation, guarantee and kind of prioritize that plant coming forward, because as we always speak about, it gives you that long-term economy. That's what they're looking for. And of course, we can see a relatively stable buy coming forward for the T side, right? Despite a round loss, we see Blake coming forward, double Khalil, Eagle for us, the edges prioritize there. Molotov. So, what's the sign? Now, what can they find?
Yeah, both sides actually looking really healthy in terms of the investment made. GamerLegion minimal economy, but of course you take that sacrifice when you go for the premium rifles. Some early contact towards A-Neo. Molly towards Palace, very slow start here for GamerLegion.
Yeah, you know, I don't expect too much in terms of aggression coming forward. They really don't want to overextend these rifles. You know, dropping an AK more or less is the win factor for them into round number 2. Hence why they're slowly maneuvering their way forward. They could have spotted one at the very least. A couple of pop shots not going to connect. And Yabi coming in for support.
And here we go, Dignitas, he's going to be needing to line up a couple, spots the info on ramp, but doesn't actually decide to take the fight. Instead, it's the more passive approach, but Zero shifts right through the palace smoke to find the opener, and a second kill for Zero. The Galil's gone huge, Yabby's fam has to try and hold on. He finds one, could be on for a second because Zero's low HP, but the post-plant boils down to the 3-on-2, and it's a great round for GamerLegion because it's Zero with 3, Isaac the 4th, and another HooXi clutch required, this time a 1-on-3. He's picked up the M4 and delivered a first. There's still MA and Zero to find though. Less than 100 HP to make up the remaining 2 Neo. But the big question is, does he want to go for it or is he going to try the save? The next opponent will be Zero, low HP, but he's done the damage. And HooXi now realizing his fate, it must be the save and GamerLegion to equalize.
That's all off the back of the first round bomb plan, isn't it? We saw the significant firepower come forward, and it's just rifles that cause a problem from the get-go. We see Zero find a 3K, Isaac coming in for support, and of course potentially nearly even finding that 4th of HooXi low on HP, forced into an early save call. It's brilliant. That's how GamerLegion needed to respond, right? They should have and they needed to come out aggressive. They couldn't have given up all of that space over towards the CT side. They just hold W over towards a small amount of utility, gives them that space to work with, and that's where they find themselves in such a strong standing. And of course, you see the Pinnacle still favoring the Copenhagen Flames, but GamerLegion, it's a really nice start from them, and they break the economy. They should take a couple of rounds in a row here in terms of momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of a weird one there for HooXi. You know, usually you throw that smoke when the molly isn't there, but I guess trying to use it maybe as a bit of an obvious one-way, but getting Zyphon through to close ramp. It's not exactly a crossfire, but it's a bait and switch that they want to perform with that CZ. Shadow spotted, HooXi's easy pre-fire. It's Isaac gone early doors. 5-on-4, no trade for GamerLegion, and now HooXi's made presence. Would you expect Zyphon to be close? Well, doesn't matter anyway. He decides to back away, and well, now for Copenhagen Flames, it's just about playing the numbers game.
For sure, and all the success will come around this rifle. They need to keep putting it in those strong positions. Hence, obviously, HooXi double back, look towards Palace, and of course, trying to potentially catch one slipping their way forward. They are still doubling down over towards Ada. This wants to be their priority. Zyphon spotting one, dropping a smoking close, and now buying a lot of time for a rotation to come forward.
Just about the timing. That CZ still remaining so close to ramp, still such a threat to that GamerLegion side. And don't forget that 5-on-4 in favor of Copenhagen Flames. The longer they wait, the more likelihood it is that they stack, and well, it's a triple A play. Yabby towards CT, HooXi and Zyphon in on under. Great flash, but HooXi, his M4, the heroics, the save is doing so well. It's a 3rd kill for HooXi on the M4. Surely not like this GamerLegion. Zero and Era now to pick up these pieces of a very dismantled puzzle. The spam's coming in. HooXi's done even more damage to Zero. Finally a molly to try and displace the M4, but the rifle's still kicking. It's on for 4 for HooXi. The man, ironclad, steel wall. He's on for the ace. Can't find it, but it's more than enough time for Copenhagen Flames to make up for it. What a great response. HooXi, man deserves the crown.
Yeah, that's substantial. The only thing stopping HooXi from 1v5 in that entire team was the lack of ammo he had left in the mag. I mean, what a round from him individually, stepping up huge. But I think more than kind of HooXi individually and kind of Copenhagen Flames winning that round, that was GamerLegion losing it, right? They played that so poorly from the get-go. The second they went to a man disadvantage, one by one, peeking into the exact same angle without clearing it properly. Even the Molotov didn't quite go deep enough. So he still managed to sit in towards under Palace and given all the room to work with GamerLegion. That's a poorly executed round, and one which, you know, is very, very costly because now they've only got 2 rifles coming in towards round number 4.
Yeah, pistols is going to be the main priority here for GamerLegion, so I guess damage again to try and inflict on that CT economy. They're standing on a glass floor, you know, like for Copenhagen Flames, lose one round, like your money's gone, and a great start from MA there as he finds Dignitas. A 5-on-4 in favor of GamerLegion. We saw it for Copenhagen Flames last round. Problem is they were able to retain the numbers this round. Not to be the case. MA gone 4-on-4.
Yeah, that amount of advantage seems to be such a big thing in terms of turning the tides. And of course, now with GamerLegion, they don't really have A, the map control, or B, the firepower to really utilize that amount of advantage in their favor. You know, we see Isaac posted up close and personal here. Only 26 points of HP and a Tech 9. It's not really the easiest of situations. Has been spotted out too. Only one crossing back over towards back pillar. Doesn't clear the close position, so now how do they want to play this? GamerLegion, they've got a small amount of information over towards B. They know at the very least one in towards back pillar. Will they expect the second though?
Yeah, absolutely. GamerLegion slowing the pace down. Entirely manageable. Problem is they've got this player up close on B, and even if you are to unwind Yabby, you've still, or rather Hooksy, you still got Yabby on the back of the site kicking, ready and raring to go as well. There you go. Headshot found, Rusty gone. Hooksy now can animate himself for a single. Yabby doubles up. Eero last man left, 1 on 3. Has picked up the M4, but very short-lived for this world. So Copenhagen Flames finding some stability. It is a third on the board. It's still only at the single for GamerLegion. And now, of course, we're starting to see those finances balance out a bit. And for GamerLegion themselves, they just have to take an eco and let Copenhagen Flames try to a fourth. So, Neo, it is looking quite fruitful here. Copenhagen Flames with the early lead, but GamerLegion pulled up that second round upset. You know, when they have the rifles, what's not to say they can start finding some form as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what we have to now see from the GamerLegion side is the full reset, isn't it, right? We're going to have to see back to the drawing board, sticking on that 2K mark and no investment coming forward in towards round number 5. The priority in these sort of situations, maybe trying to overwhelm a site, guarantee a bomb going down, but that's easier said than done, especially with Yabby holding and waiting, and he should be able to mop up a couple of kills here. The bomb has gone very, very aggressive going forward, and if Yabby drops down here, he could be able to net himself a kill too.
Yeah, just got to be careful. Roy up to close middle. That's a really nice kill, and well, the bait and switch works perfectly, right? You think, oh, there's a guy pushed top mid, you know, what are the chances that someone's holding under? Well, 100%. Yabby just waiting to collect ecos. Roy as well, just baiting time. He's going to be asking for a flashbang from his teammate. Zero will be fall blind, tapping away. That's beautiful teamwork there. Hooksy's flash to give Roy his second. Yabby as well, finding his second from under. And it's a full house between the AKs, giving Copenhagen Flames their fourth. Against the Eco, GamerLegion didn't really stand a chance. This is now their chance to shine, right? This is the buy. This is the opportunity they want to take. And the odds over at Pinnacle, not exactly counting GamerLegion out just yet.
No, I mean, so far, GamerLegion is still keeping things quite even in terms of those Pinnacle odds. And of course, whether that's going to be the difference maker is, of course, the age-old question. But I'm questioning what was the game plan there, right? They had no investment coming forward, no utility, and they were going towards mid, right? And mid's the hardest thing to take on Mirage of our utility. So, wondering what the game plan was. Either way, fullback coming forward, a lot of utility dropped in towards mid, and of course the rifles back out for the GamerLegion side. This is where they can start to turn the tides, and Zero gets very fortunate finding Zypher through the smoke.
That's a crazy kill. Crazy, crazy kill. GamerLegion 5 on 4. Bearing in mind, Hooksy's got an MP9, you know, like, their disadvantage in weaponry to begin with, they needed the numbers to make up for it, and already they're losing out on that gunfight as well. Nade coming in, Roy won't take much for it. Backing away, Copenhagen Flames, a more passive setup now. GamerLegion with the numbers. Their chance to try and work this round out, right? You can find yourself a pick. It's what you do with it now that is going to be the big question.
Of course, that turning factor, man, advantage in favour of the GamerLegion side. The question is what do they want to do off the back of it? Not really made too many steps going forward. He must be spotting towards lower. Doesn't want to overextend too much. Could be in a bit of a dicey spot, but it's Rusty and Zero to come alive. And I think this might be the round on a dusted in a 2 versus 5 situation. Spaced out as well. Copenhagen Flames look weak.
Nicely done. Roy will pick up 1, but it's a 2 on 4 now, right? The numbers still very much in favour of GamerLegion, as Zero will pick up the penultimate kill of this round. It's Roy to battle out, and well, he's good for 1. But Zero coughing up a 4K. That is exactly what GamerLegion need. And I think this sort of speaks to what I was saying in the pre-game, right? Is that in the last 3 games, it was Ime to pop off twice. It was Isaac to pop off another time. It's now Zero currently hitting the scoreboard highly with a 10 and 4. Roy on the flip side of things, as anticipated, 9 and 3. Hooksy, though, doing quite well, 8 and 3 as well. So for Copenhagen Flames, there's definitely pieces that they can pick up here. The question is, of course, GamerLegion, if they continue like this, then, you know, can Copenhagen Flames even find a way into this game? Because the buy looked very good for GamerLegion in a previous.
Yeah, lose this round as well for Copenhagen Flames, and their economy goes to a full reset. Of course, they'll have the loss bonus to work with, but the priority then becomes a broken economy with a kind of a 2 rounds at the very least where things become dicey, and the sound cues towards Roy would have been heard there. Down 27, he's being forced into a really dicey spot, and they dropped in towards lower. We're going to collect at the very least. It's a brilliant start by GamerLegion. Utility allowing them at the very least a decent amount of mid control.
Yeah, I think the util just being displaced here, or being used to displace the GamerLegion players. Nade won't be doing too much. I think, again, just warning signs, right? Okay, we can nade this. Okay, we can do that. they're just trying to find the chip damage, and they have been delivering. Roy's 27 HP more than made up for now through the use of utility. 50 seconds remain here for GamerLegion to make up their mind. It's still that mid-aggressive default, a triple stack towards A for Copenhagen Flames. Just got to be cautious, man. I think, you know, wind in the sails could prevent some serious damage here for Copenhagen Flames if they can play their cards right. Yeah,
it's all about being cautious, right? Sneaking their way forward is a very nice stack over towards A side. The Crossfire is in a very strong position, of course. They're trying to bait them out. They were holding for the rotations, not so much anymore. Double stack over towards B. In a tough standard angle to clear. They're both facing each other. Back bench and, of course, into his get right. They all spotted out, though, and Dignitas falls. Roy in for the trade at the very least. So his low HP still utilized very well.
Look at the B play, though. Look at the B play. There's 10 seconds left. They've got to get a move on here, GamerLegion. They're wallbanging Hooksy. They're doing all the damage in the world. Bomb drops. Yabby killing the VIP. Hooksy stands strong. And oh my god, Hooksy. The sight hold is of nothing but class. And Copenhagen Flames to a 5th. You can dink him all you want, but you cannot take him down. And that is Copenhagen Flames surviving off of the absolute minimum. And GamerLegion letting the seconds get the better of them. It's Copenhagen Flames 5, GamerLegion 2. And of course for the Swedes, they're back on the eco. And for Copenhagen Flames, they continue to shine in absolute light. What a hold from Hooksy. Yabby, yes, he's able to take down the bomb plant. Probably the biggest kill of the round. But the fact that Hooksy's still alive and finds 3 in that situation,
yeah,
absolutely absurd.
And I think what we did see as well is kind of a very simplistic thing to kind of analyze was just they left it too late, didn't they? I mean, they had 10 seconds to work with. Zero finds the first with Tech 9, though, in towards round number 8. Already a decent start. The AWP being tested and a good amount of util damage. Look at Rusty, low on HP, but he's managed to make his way out on towards this B site for free. And now can get a lot of information. Zero picks up the M4, but immediately dropped by Roy. At the very least, now Rusty can cut off rotations.
Now, that bomb being set down, of course, Rusty's Glock isn't exactly going to be the best thing to hold on to the kitchen position. Roy, back turned. Yeah, turns around, though, and that's him gone. MA now just going to try and spam out. I don't know why the bomb isn't being planted. That is a very nice shot, though. Hooksy gets absolutely destroyed. Bomb set down. 3v3, jump spot, Roy taking big damage now as well. The HP bars are looking nice, and a flank coming in as well for GamerLegion. They've just got to buy the time. Isaac, he isn't here to find the kills, he's just here to do the damage. No, Mira. I mean, right idea to play trigger discipline, but he turns, Nika does, and he will find the kill. Smoke on top of the bomb. Roy, he will get caught out. Isaac still spamming away. There's 2 more players to find. Yabby, he's able to pick up the kill. He's got a kit and plenty of time. Copenhagen Flames up to a 6th, but 3 kills and a bomb plant on an eco, despite the chances that GamerLegion had. This is a right result.
Yeah, I mean, there's a massive positive side to be taken away there from GamerLegion. As you mentioned, in a low buy situation, the priority is getting a bomb down, isn't it? Because it gives you longevity in terms of your economy. But of course, the kills they found off the back of it, I mean, potentially, kind of, there was room for them to take that round. When you think of that error flank coming forward, it was a right idea to play trigger discipline. It was just, unfortunately, just not quite the right execution. Dignitas just seems to be 200 IQ, read him like a book, and of course, understood, yeah, he just knew that there was potential for a flank to come forward. They hadn't seen that second man, and, you know, they knew he wasn't towards apartments, they knew he wasn't over towards short. They just kind of trial and error, ticked away where he could be coming from, and of course, Dignitas, brilliant read from him. Copenhagen Flames now calling for a timeout, so they lead 6-2, and you got to say, so far, so good for them. The Pinnacle odds were heavy in their favor to a degree, and yeah, you got to say, so far, they are absolutely spot on. But of course, you can head over to ted.gg / winter and you just go to winter 22 if you potentially believe GamerLegion can get back into this. The odds are looking pretty fruitful in their favor, so you know, if you think they have the potential to take this whole series, you can go check out our lovely partners at Pinnacle.
Of course, very lovely stuff, and of course, as well as that, if you're a gamer like us, Neo, you know, and want you sell some cool peripherals, you can check out Extra using code WINTER10 for 10% off all their items, and well, more than 10% off. It's a freebie towards ramp. Zyphon and Roy picking up 2 very important kills early doors, And just like that, right, 4-on-3, Copenhagen Flames man advantage. GamerLegion trying to extend the pace out towards A. Yabby seems to read into this Palace push quite nicely. Rusty's going to swing around. Yabby can't find the kill, so Rusty actually available to make things into a 3-on-3. Problem is, there are more problems. Roy's able to pick another one up from the back of the site. Molly to go in towards default, trying to force the M4 out of position.
Ooh.
Roy's just too fast on it, though. A triple for him. Bomb in the open. And that's going to be a 7th on the board for Copenhagen Flames. GamerLegion just can't find traction on this T side.
No, they can't. I mean, what we did see once again, that's not around, the Molotov and ramp dropping in towards back default. It's a very, very strong Molotov to force a player out into towards the open, but the swing from Palace doesn't come forward. That's the person who should be prioritizing that kill. Error gets caught off guard, open hand, tunnel visioned over towards CT, doesn't clear back triple, and well, that's when Roy finds his third. And well, just like that, of course, you see Rusty now in a 1 versus 3. And I think, while Rusty's a fantastic player in his own regard, maybe not really being in the server too much today, it's a task too tall, or maybe not. Finds the first, 23 seconds to work with, still potential on the clock.
Yeah, time is going to be the main constraint, though, and with him being low HP, even the M4 was able to pick up the kill. It's the AWP of Dignitas to give the Flames their 7th as they continue to extend and develop their lead. Yeah, I mean, for GamerLegion, once again, right, I think maybe a bit of a miscommunication as to what the plan was. They go fast towards ramp, just didn't expect the Copenhagen Flames aggression maybe in the beginning. Rusty able to find some control towards Palace, but it was very, very short-lived, right? Finding Yabby was important, but the bigger trade from Roy, and all of a sudden, right, they're just going 1 by 1 into the default position, and that is very, very free for them. GamerLegion, however, in this round, it's a bit of a half buy. They've got pistols, there's a Galil in the mix, there's a nade that lands right on 0, a smoke as well. Yabby on short, he's going to be here to develop a couple of kills. Damage done to Rusty, already spotting a couple of players jump out. Era's going to be next to face into the jaws of the A1S. And well, there you have it, right? The cleanup crew ordered to demolish, and Copenhagen Flames very, very shortly going to be moving to an 8th.
Yeah, bomb down. I mean, it's more than comfortable to see where it's going. He's been spotted towards mid as well. And the priority of him has to be keeping his M4A1S taken across. We look towards the long-term economy once again of the GamerLegion side. It's not a very fruitful state. But one thing to mention as well is that Mirage is normally seen as a comfort pick for GamerLegion, a map in which they themselves find a lot of strength and a lot of kind of success on, right? And they've been really put in their place so far. What we're going to see, more likely case than not, in a 1 versus 4 situation is that Copenhagen Flames are going to find an A tier, which they're guaranteed a lead at the very least going in towards that second half and starting to build up quite a notable gap. I mean, it's going to be a 6-round lead that the Flames hold over GamerLegion. And while we mentioned that current form was such a big factor for the GamerLegion side, it's not made a difference so far going in towards today's proceedings. Safe call being made here by him. Not going to be able to pick up that bomb at all. 3 players over towards the B site, and that more or less gives up the 8th lead in towards second half, at the very least guaranteed for the Copenhagen Flames.
That's worrying. That is super worrying that GamerLegion not only 6 rounds behind, but you're 8-2 ahead, right? And for the Flames, let's assume that from the remaining 4 rounds that they need to play, they get 2 of them. You know, we're talking a 10-5 half, and what are the chances that in the next 5 rounds, you know, they only find 2? I would bet my money that maybe they're going to find more than that. And so for GamerLegion, this buy here means a lot. If they can find this, then absolutely you can close that gap for the next 5 rounds. You can start to work against the grain and start winding down that gap to a more manageable level. And of course, that means the pistol is just going to mean more and more. However, for Copenhagen Flames, winning this round, reset that T-side economy again. And then for GamerLegion, you know, you're talking at a minimum a 10-5 loss, maybe even 11-4. Sure. So, you know, you've got to count yourself lucky, and GamerLegion desperately need something to go their way.
And they've already managed to take a lot of that ramp control. Zyphon holding. Feet might be spotted though. Just need to be careful. Spam coming in. Shadow of Rusty gives away the ruse away. He's coming from, takes quite a significant amount of damage. And of course, the smoke dropped in towards deep ramp. Now they've got all of this control. It forces GamerLegion to one of the other 2 places they can go, mid or towards B. And of course, allows for the isolation of fights to come forward. Last time we saw them double down over towards A, and they paid the price as Roy found a 4K. I think they've probably learned their lesson.
Hooksy holding the narrow angle. That double AWP setup going to be used to the best of their abilities. Era I think this is going to be a con flash as well to try and get his teammates in. Just wondering when that gets pulled. There you go. There it goes. However, nothing gained from it. Just the information maybe. That's a great molly. Yabi fights his round. Roy's found a second. Trades are good here for GamerLegion. 3 on 3. You've got them in possession. Now it's about slamming the brakes. Work with it. See what you can do. You've got the con player moving towards A. Orp has found a bit of damage here for Dignitas. Problems are starting to concur here for GamerLegion as well. Let's not forget Siphon on the site once more. Molly goes in towards under. The bomb's making its way towards Palace. This is an A split. Problem is they've doubled up towards A. They've made a big gamble out of B. And so now that's going to be GamerLegion walking into a more unhinged setup. Xiphon finding one. Good wall bang coming in from Ime. Problem is, there's still 2 more players to find. And well, unfortunately, they've already lost one. Beagle and Dignitas unable to connect. And that is going to be Copenhagen Flames conceding their 3rd. GamerLegion, with 2 survivors, take themselves to a 5-round deficit.
One of those situations as well where you look towards, again, a situation where, in fact, you have to beg to differ that. I wasn't really GamerLegion winning that one. Copenhagen Flames losing it. They got very much caught in terms of being spaced out. They get consistently caught in transition, and despite having the numbers advantage kind of from the early go, and of course that initial damage on towards Rusty, which is the information gain, the map control, they didn't utilize it very well. They didn't use it as a catalyst to success in their favor. 8-3 is where we stand, a 5-round lead, and Nicolas already taken a significant amount of damage. Yabi following suit as well. If any of you predicted this sort of a resurgence from GamerLegion, credit where credit's due, and of course you can use the overlay on stream, and that'll stream cards, one of our other partners as well. You can click on the right hand side. It's sort of like playing alongside with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Roy aggressive towards ramp. Information gathered and the kill picked up. 0 collected by the flank of Roy. Now the B play has to mean a little bit more. Dignitas missed shot on the first though. That's going to be a bit problematic on the back of the site though. Rusty falls to the MP9 and it's 1 on 5. And if you thought GamerLegion stood a chance because they won the previous, it is back to winning ways for Copenhagen Flames. It's back to definitive one-way traffic-like results in the rounds as well. They're on for 9. Orp of Era to hold down the position. Roy thinking about going for the peak, but now just holding towards under, trusting his teammates. Oh, Era may have just been spotted. Roy, yeah, look at the dots on the map. They are hunting. They're taking all the map control in the world. They're ready. They're ready to take this orb out of the map. They do not want Era to stand a chance of saving it into round 13.
Era is slowly moving his way forward. Tunnel vision in towards mid. Roy swinging forward, easy kill for him. Orb dropped and can be collected. They 1-2, 9-3, and this is exactly what we mentioned, isn't it? You know, we kind of built this narrative of, you know, there's 4 rounds remaining, may I say. All Copenhagen Flames need to do, you know, even where they stand currently, a 9-6 half is more than enough, right? On a CT side, from on a map like Mirage, on their opponent's map pick as well, 9-6 is more than enough of a gap. Because even if GamerLegion were able to pick up a pistol going in towards their CT side, they still wouldn't be able to, you know, with the pistol and the force by off the back of it, be able to tie the game up. So it gives them at least a bit of breathing room. Now we're going to see a GamerLegion timeout come forward. And the question is now, how do GamerLegion turn this round? Because things aren't working in their favor. Even when they do find themselves in terms of an opening kill man advantage, they still fail to convert it. They're consistently causing ever so slight issues, but not really utilizing them to success.
Timeout called. Time for discussions. I don't think it mattered who called that timeout. It was GamerLegion that desperately needed it. Copenhagen Flames more than happy to just, you know, play their own game, keep doing what they're doing. And just try and develop from there and see what the scoreline ends up being. 9-3 though. And GamerLegion take a bit of a weird one. Half by once more. Xiphon, gotta be careful. Rusty seems to have a rough idea. Good spam through the smoke. All the damage in the world. Blind Rusty tries to push through, but just unavailable to collect. 5 on 5. HP traded even. But of course that benefits the Copenhagen Flames side because it's the Glil, one of the 2 rifles taking all the damage in the world. And for Copenhagen Flames, it is quite literally the worst rifle out of the 5 taking all the damage early.
At the sort of the other side, it's also a lot of information gain, isn't it? Now we see for the lesser firepower side of the GamerLegion, They've done damage over towards Life, and they've got a decent understanding of the aggression coming forward, and they should expect the mid push, and they are. They're waiting for it. I think one being spotted both ways. Roy, nice and aggressive, he's gone forward. He was successful last time from this position with the use of a flash. What can he find, though? Rusty sneaking his way forward. Will he clear the firebox angle? Yes, he does. Fires the first, doubling back in towards Pallet, and of course, causing a rotation now.
Roy, oh, it's trigger discipline for him. He's not going to find any more than just the one, but Ime gone. Didn't anticipate the B, or the mid push rather, once more. Now, of course, they turn their attention to B. The bomb's in rotation. Isaac's trying to make the space. Roy to take him down for his second. And Copenhagen Flames once more dismantling the half buy here of GamerLegion. Round 13 falls short. It's looking like a 10-3. Yabby, if he goes for the jump spot, he's going to gather the information through the use of steps, and he'll line up a double for his troubles. Bomb and spawn, Rusty left with the AK armor. He's just going to save, and Copenhagen Flames. Double digits inside GamerLegion's map pick. It is looking very good for the Copenhagen Flames victory. 24-5 on Roy, by the way.
Yeah,
just clocked.
Just going to mention that. I mean, he has been unbelievable. 24 kills in what is so far been 13 rounds of play is a ridiculous stat to be coming in towards. I was still having to finish that second half. There's probably potential for him to push into it at the very least 25 the way he's playing, if not more. 10-3 is where we stand, a 7-round lead. And for GamerLegion, finally a 4-buy coming in their favor. But of course, similar situation, lose this to go into the final round of the half, round number 15, with more or less a nothing buy.
Flash coming in, Nikodos off the angle, and well, there you go, Era to find the open. 0 a second, the flame in GamerLegion still exists, but the flames themselves going to be looking to respond. 0 second, and I think that nulls this round out in favor of GamerLegion. It's looking like a fourth. Copenhagen Flames leaving it down to Roy, and he does take his 6th death of the game. It's going to be a fourth for GamerLegion. Doesn't exactly move Copenhagen Flames away from what has been a very definitive CT side for them. But of course, it just means that GamerLegion, should they make this 10-5 and win the pistol, it's a lot more manageable, Neo, than an 11-4 or maybe even a 12-3. So for them, of course, building up that lead themselves, I say lead, building up the gap to be less than what it was, GamerLegion just giving themselves more chances, more availability on this second half.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, they give themselves room to work with. Of course, still at 10 rounds, you'd beg to differ that there's more than enough for a CT side. And Hootie looks like a bit tested here, finding the first 0, going to fall, and of course, unable to be traded. Smoke dropped in, buying time for the rotation at the very least. Now, what can he find going forward? The T side are actually going to double back him in towards mid, trying to buy a pathway to success off the back of mid, looking for a split, but Roy's got all the information towards ramp. They know they're posturing towards a mid B.
Isaac catching Roy off, the flank finally sought after and eliminated for GamerLegion. 3-on-4 though, numbers game, even if you are able to take down what has been a stellar individual of Roy. Still got 4 very hungry Copenhagen Flames players behind them, and with the minute left on the clock, chances are in this round it really isn't going to be your day. It really isn't going to be your game until gun barrel spotted. Rusty spotted, but he has found the kill. Nikodos fluffs his line, and so now a 3-on-3. MP9, FAMAS, and an AWP in the picture for the Flames. All of a sudden, GamerLegion's disadvantage turned into one hell of an advantage.
And Rusty's still just in the back lines causing problems. Molotov jumps in towards Shaw, not going to make the jump at the very least. Needs to clear out ladder. Hooksy alone over towards back site, trying to buy a bit of time with the AWP at range, but at close range. It's Yabby who comes on the top. Good for one. Hooksy alive for a second, looking for it. Won't connect it towards Era, but that's information gain. 1 versus 3, and surely this only goes one way. 13 seconds remaining. And the USP was all that was needed to find the 11th for the Copenhagen Flames. What a half of CSGO from them. And of course, you know, we came into this, the Pinnacle odds heavily in their favor, and you have to say they were absolutely spot on. Brilliant from the Copenhagen Flames side. And of course, I mean, if you believe GamerLegion can get back into this, which it seems like a bit of a far cry, you can have the GG4/winter and use the code winter22 for all of your betting needs.
11-4. If you believe in the GamerLegion comeback, now is your time to absolutely, well, I guess witness it. GamerLegion themselves need to start picking up the pace, and the pistol is probably the most important round of this game. You can see maybe they're anticipating the A push, double stack towards the site. They've got the third player in connector, a fourth in window, so it is an A heavy setup for MA. It is just a walk in the park, finding Yabby early doors. 5-on-4 scenario established quite nicely. Roy is going to be pushing in to try and take presence, and well, that he does. It's a 2K. Delivered gifts maybe. As well now, 4-on-3, numbers game in favour of the T side. They're going to try and extend the pressure once more. Rusty tries to flick up. Hooksy's found another. Zero's finally caught off Roy, but it was just a decoy to the B play. It's a 3-on-2. It's the bomb set down. 5 Kevlars invested in the round for GamerLegion. It's no kit and no util for this retake. No,
I mean, this is going to be a tough one. Zero making his way forward. The double stacked, in fact, over towards short. The numbers advantage in favour of Copenhagen Flames, but Hoaxy the slither of HP. 1 point. And for him, essentially, you should play as kind of what? Play as the information player. Speaking of the tap in towards window and door. They've got a rough understanding, but from the apartment's position, he had the drop and he misses the shots. Nicholas comes alive, dropping Isaac, and Zero will fall to the gun barrel of Zyphon. 12 is what Copenhagen Flames find in map number 1. And now the question has to be made. I think, Retro, it may be an early cry here, but I feel like Copenhagen Flames have done more than enough to now close out this map number 1.
Yeah, I think the only chance that GamerLegion have of standing is if momentum is exactly what they thrive off, and also they win this round against the full buy of Copenhagen Flames with 40 Eagles and a 5-7. You know, it's like super unlikely at this point in time. Smoke towards window to start this round. They will go, of course, for the early boost in towards the ladder room. There's still 3 AKs and Galena Mac 10 to try and work against them, and it's 4 Deagles on the side of GamerLegion. Rusty in position, good damage, not a kill. Roy, he's going to take his kill tally even higher. Isaac on the back of the site with Era as well, not impossible, but Roy finding his second, finally collected by the Deagle of Era. Yabby's trade, 4-on-2, Roy 28-9, and GamerLegion, they walk right into yet another round that Copenhagen Flames able to dismiss. And, well, that's 13-4, and that's another opportunity burnt. And it's an eco required for GamerLegion in the next, and it's going to have to be a 14-4 comeback. Nothing short of something on different wavelengths, like something we'll never see before.
Yeah,
I mean, comeback of this magnitude.
The disparity in firepower made all the difference, didn't it? I mean, that was only going to go one way, and of course, for GamerLegion, they've had to have found a lot of success on the back of those upgraded pistols, and I think, you know, it's more than safe to say that we expected this round to go in favour of the Flames, and it did. They very, very comfortably cleaned it. Roy found a double, puts up to 28 kills in the server. I mean, he has been unstoppable, hasn't he? What a performance from him. That's Copenhagen Flames fine 13. It's as you mentioned, not really the greatest economy situation over towards the GamerLegion side. Still going to just once again be a low buy coming forward, trying to stick around that 2K mark and essentially giving up 14. I mean, so far, so good. And of course, you know, we like to kind of talk about what players have been stepping up Roy as well. If you'd have Roy in your version of fantasy with our lovely partners in that World of Esports, you would be sitting pretty in terms of the points. Go check our partner World of Esports. Basically like a fantasy kind of a CSGO thing.
We like it, we like it. Yabby up close on ramp. It is going to be the Mac 10 delivering nothing but damage. Hooksy will pick up the first for the Flames. It's a 4-on-4. There's still work to do, but it's against an eco. You know, what are the chances that Copenhagen Flames lose out on this one? They have walked into a vacant B bomb site. Yes, there's a flank from underpass, but it is going to be very short-lived because the flanker becomes the flanked as Hooksy makes his way in. Surely knowing the Era yet from under, although the P250 has just deleted him. Scoops up the AK, 4-on-3, numbers in favour of GamerLegion. They've just got to make these pistols work that little bit harder. Zyphon gathering information on Ime. He's going to pick up the kill. Roy's Galil finding another, 2-on-3 now. GamerLegion with no numbers. That AK 100% just going to be looking to back off and save.
Yeah, I mean, the priority has to be keeping that AK taken across. I think it's a difference maker potentially for GamerLegion in terms of turning the tides, but it's such a stark deficit for them to come back from now. 14-4 is where we're currently standing. A 10-round lead. You'd more than, you know, safe to say that I think this is only going to go one way, right? Where Copenhagen Flames just look unstoppable. They look so, so good, so secure each and every round. They find them an advantage. They utilize it as a catalyst going forward. I mean, success is coming off the back of just very standard CSGO, but played at such a high level.
Yeah, of course, and our partners over at Pinnacle will absolutely be screaming, at least for the map and maybe even the series, that this is Copenhagen Flames' game to lose at this point. 14-4 up on Mirage. Bear in mind, their map pick up next to Vertigo means GamerLegion against the grain for the majority of this series. And if they even wanted to take it to a third map, we need to see nothing short of an exceptional performance on that second map picked by the Flames. And so for Copenhagen, the Flames in this round at least, you know, they're 14-4 ahead. Win this round, GamerLegion lose out on a 15th. This is the only investment GamerLegion will be making on Mirage if they lose this round. And so for them, of course, it is do or die. It's just about making the scoreline look a little more friendly to the eye than what is looking like a 16-4.
Yeah, I know, exactly that. I mean, you hope that GamerLegion at the very least utilize this as a little bit of a catalyst to success. They've got the rifles on deck. They've got an AK to work with. This potential, and of course, the utility off the back of it gives them room to work with. But Copenhagen Flames, as we mentioned, they've been indomitable so far, unstoppable at times. Individually, Roy has been a beast. And unfortunately for GamerLegion, kind of some of the players that we hope to see step up, they've been very, very quiet. It's been a docile performance, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think actually that's a really cool word to use, you know. It hasn't been like GamerLegion can't sting, you know? Like, when they're agitated, you know, someone's in on it. We talk about maybe the 0-3K, 0-4K, IMA finding a bit of stability as well, but for the majority of the time, it really has been Copenhagen Flames just running rings around them, and GamerLegion just can't find any traction. In this round, it's going to be Zero that needs to find all the damage in the world. Yabi back turn. Zero will pick up one. Roy's got his position narrowed in though. He's peeking on it himself. It may take in huge chunks from Hooksy, who does get picked from the con play. Rusty to take him down. Roy's molly to flush out the man towards A though. It is a 3-on-3 and these players are nowhere to be seen. Here's the jump. Rusty what? Didn't hear the drop apparently. Nikodos will fall, and so the B play is the only play now. For Zyphon left in a 1-on-2, there is no time, and GamerLegion take it to a 5th. Not all bad considering sort of the scenario that they were in, but is this heroics? Is this one and done? Or is this going to be the start of an amazing comeback here for GamerLegion? Only time will tell.
Yeah, it's a beautiful round of CSGO there played by GamerLegion. Of course, for the first time in a long time, we see them find success and, of course, keep a hold of it. I mean, what we've seen from GamerLegion, though, for me, that really does ring massive alarm bells is we're yet to actually see GamerLegion put a consecutive round on the board. They've got odd rounds here and there, but they've never put 2 in a row. Can we finally start to see this momentum in their favor and, of course, kept hold of, right? Keep things ticking across. All to be picked up by Error, supporting the rifles. Everything seems to be on the up for the GamerLegion side, but as we mentioned, still such a stark mountain to climb. But at the very least, a silver lining, a beautiful round of CSGO. Just as beautiful as our lovely X-Try headphones we had on in that pre-game segment. You can go check them out. You just go with 10 on the website for 10% off everything over at X-Try, our lovely partners.
Yeah, absolutely. Round 20. It's going to be a difficult one for GamerLegion because, again, you're facing up against the bye winning. This one will reset that T economy, though. And so for the Flames, of course, no, it is the fine line between winning and losing here. And it's a couple of rounds difference going to be made for GamerLegion once more. Peeking early towards ramp. Zyphon's taking his head off Zero. A bit overextensive, maybe overzealous that he thought he could find the damage. Instead, now numbers game in favor of that the T side. Roy finding another. Ime has to back off. Hooksy gets deleted through the smoke. Era finds another from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-2 because GamerLegion run right through them. Copenhagen Flames able to make the numbers game level. Ime somehow slipped the net, found himself towards Sandwich. It's a great deal of utility, and that is a great round from Ime. 12-14. We needed to see him turn up, and he has a big round where it matters. GamerLegion up to 6.
And the big thing also to mention off the back of that is up to 6, a consecutive round on the board. Finally we see 2 in a row picked up by GamerLegion. But the primary thing that has led to now potentially a bit of success in their favor is they denied that bomb going down, which means that for the T-side economy, it's in not a stable state. Hence why we see they've gone for the force buy coming forward, which is questionable to say the least. A double AK setup, triple deagle. Not the easiest position to be in. And for GamerLegion, overcome this ever so slight obstacle, and they could really start to be in the money.
I guess maybe the reason why they're going for the buy in this round is because they know the money for GamerLegion is so low, playing into a little bit of their game and the mind games, obviously, on that front rather than their own. That is pretty shambolic from GamerLegion to start the round. Ime's just thrown the smoke right at his teammate. It's not going to be used to cover Palace. A second one's thrown. I don't even think it reached the mark. A 1-for-1 trade to start the round. Not the best situation for GamerLegion to be in. You lose out on Ime, your MVP of the previous. Yabi's got a decent flank from Palace as well. He's actually slipped the net of the AWP. So if Nikodos is to take face early on, Yabi may not be anticipated in under balcony.
Potentially not. I mean, it's still a 4 versus 4. Isaac knuckling in towards apartments. That's an AK collected. Information gained as well. No one else over towards that B position. I think they more or less have the understanding that they're making their way over towards A.
Yeah, now Yabi, of course, position maybe to try and find a couple of kills. It's the Deagle of Hooksy to take a bit of damage, zeroing on that fight. Yabi will fall 4 on 2, 2 Deagles left, one of them now left standing. It's a Nikodos 1 on 3 required, already finding the first, spamming away, knowing that there's one towards CT, jiggling in, faking the AWP shot, taking a fight with Rusty, and he even does more damage, but not the kills to come in. It is GamerLegion up to 7. Copenhagen Flames stagnant at 14, and it will be an eco in this one, meaning GamerLegion more than likely going to take it to an 8th.
Yeah, I think stagnant is actually a really good way to put it. I mean, what we are seeing is kind of the cutthroat Copenhagen Flames of late not really step up in these last few rounds. They've looked a little bit dicey. They've been given way too many opportunities and way too much space over towards GamerLegion. And the CT side are starting to realize that doubling down in terms of aggression is giving them a lot of success. And, you know, we didn't really predict this sort of resurgence to come forward from GamerLegion, but credit where credit is due. They started to step up massively, find a lot of control on the map, and of course put Copenhagen Flames into very awkward situations. Similar to what we see in round number 22, where it's just that low buy coming forward once again for the T side.
And look how slow that this round is being played here by the Flames. Using this maybe as a little bit of a tack timeout, but more to the point, they're honing in on what is going to be, okay guys, what are we going to do in the next round? That's already the discussion that's been made. Now it's time for them to have a bit of fun and try and shoot some GamerLegion players and just do the damage financially. They won't find anything in the first 2 engagements. Nikodos eating the HE grenade in top mid as well. Zyphon falls, down to 1, low HP. Ime's going to find his kill in this round as well. GamerLegion up to an 8th. Copenhagen Flames now their time to shine as they're still at 14. But GamerLegion closing that gap. I'm not trying to say, you know, this is going to be GamerLegion to make the comeback happen all the way. I'm just saying, at this point in time, you know, Copenhagen Flames is the momentum starting to slip now that GamerLegion have found 4 in a row. And what does that mean for your mentality in the rest of the series? Okay, getting to 14 was easy, but what's the struggle closing this out? Maybe having to put a little more brain power than what it should have been to close out this map.
Yeah, exactly that one, of course. Now, back to the full buy, back to the security of Copenhagen Flames, having a little bit of an economy to work with, having that AWP in play. Shot raining down Supreme. Error very unfortunate to come out with a first kill on the board, but Roy clear the close position though. Zero holding and waiting aggressively. It's a bit of a one-and-done position.
Zyphon, he'll find 1. 0 will trade, I guess, the numbers. Yabi looking to just slip the net, and oh my word, he has. Has the CT player even spotted him? No. Ime on stairs. He's not found out anything close. There is a man on triple. Isaac develops his position further towards A, and he will eventually find the frag. Hooksy to run right by the net of Ime, and the AWP of Nikodos to pick one up. B-bomb site left vacant right now by GamerLegion. This could be a push and a half.
Hooksy, bomb in hand. It's a foot race, essentially. We saw the flank coming forward from Zero. Not going to buy enough time for it to come forward. Molotov's come through as well, forcing Nikodos forward into further into this completely barren B site. Now it's all on towards Isaac in the rotation. Will they clear him towards window is the question. Deep may coming to come forward. Bomb still yet to go down, and Zyphon taking quite a lot of damage.
So, bomb set down. Isaac, he will find 1. 3 on 2 scenario. Not looking too good here. There you go. Another kill granted. Zyphon, 1 on 3. Can't find the Isaac. It is going to be a 9th on the board here for GamerLegion. Surely not a way to start this comeback. I mean, I'm not exactly hoping for GamerLegion to win this just because, well, I mean, I say that obviously from a neutral POV, it would be horrific for Copenhagen Flames to lose this game. To go 14-4 up?
Yeah, 14-4.
It's now 14-9. Yes, you got a bomb plant, the money's okay, you can't afford an AWP, so are you going to take a half buy in this one? Are you going to go for a full buy? That's exactly what the timeout's here for, and so for the Flames, you know, you hope to high heavens, even if you are a GamerLegion fan, that maybe, you know, they don't lose out as much as you'd think, because this comeback, there should be no way. There should absolutely be zero chance that Copenhagen Flames lose this. And I'm already starting to consider it, and it's 14-9. 5 more rounds, double what they've got so far, and they've caught up to the Flames.
Yes, it's going on towards T side as well. It's really not been that stability that Copenhagen Flames normally bring towards the server. And this is where we're having this conversation going into this series, right? Of kind of the current form versus the form of old, right? You know, Copenhagen Flames are 1 point top 10 contenders at the major, putting on a pretty decent performance in towards the last part of 2021, but of course fell off the back of it. Now GamerLegion, who had a relatively poor middling period in 2021, but a very good finish. Is it going to be current form making the difference? Of course, turning things around. They're one round away from double digits and looking in a very strong standing. Just the AKs coming out for Copenhagen Flames. What can they find with them?
Minute 25 on the clock in this round for Copenhagen Flames. It is very, very quiet. The beginning of this round starts with very minimal utility, right? You know, you've got a couple of smokes, a couple of mollies, the flashes are there, but Rusty's M4 to start the round. Information on the A play. It's another kill untraded for the Flames. 0 popping off. Finding out 2, nearly a third as well. Yabi and Dignitas to stand their ground in a 5-on-2. They find 1 kill each to put it down to a 3-on-2. But they need to find all of them between them. What are the chances that they could do this with Ime's flank as well? I feel like this round honing in to be a 10th on the board for GamerLegion. Yabi, he's caught off. Nikodos 1-on-3. 70 points of health, one hell of a dream. Flash in, they should know now he's under balcony. Rusty getting the information, and now the swing starts to come in.
Brilliant.
Isaac will pick it up. Copenhagen Flames to concede a 10th, and surely not, this is not going to be the comeback. I cannot believe my eyes.
You know, I said earlier when I was talking about kind of world of esports and building your kind of fancied roster, I said Roy was a substantial pickup, but you got to say, Zero started to find his form. You know, he started off really well in towards his half, but he kind of fell off. The latter part of that first half was kind of a poor finish from him, but he's found that fire once again. 25 kills is what he sits on, and still has more than enough room and rounds on the board to be able to potentially overtake Roy. I mean, he's been looking so good so far. And of course, you can check out World of Esports for your fantasy team need. Low buy coming forward for Copenhagen Flames, and this should be an 11 for GamerLegion pretty comfortably.
Well, Roy's going to try and shut you up, Neo. He's found the first Ime's trade, though, so I guess the back and forth Counter-Strike continues between these two sides. Or trying to fire off, missed shot from Era. Well, with that time ticking away, they need to make moves. No way is it happening like this. Rusty will find the man on ramp, but that is information given up. Isaac from CT. Dink found onto the orb. No scope misses. Yabi's found a kill. That's an orb picked up. Nay going to be dropped in. Zyphon low. Where's the second player coming? Rusty's only just made his way towards jungle. Bomb not even tapped. Isaac will finally get a kill in. Roy goes down. Now it's stuck. 1-on-2. Yabi finding 1. Isaac continues to stick. He does find the kill. No time. What's just happened?
Oh no.
If he stuck it, he would have won. He decides to go for the kill. Pulls off the bomb. No time. And Copenhagen Flames to 15.
Oh, that is brutal way for GamerLegion to lose control of momentum, isn't it? That is such a tough way for them to... They were kind of on the brink of arguably pushing towards tying this game or pushing to potentially taking a regulation if you start to build up that narrative. And for that to be the way in which they lose around towards Copenhagen Flames off the back of a completely no-buy, essentially, the Flames come out on top. They got very fortunate the bomb is so far ticked, and even though all 5 fall, they come out on top, 15 collected, and a 1 round is all they need to close out their opponent's map pick.
So here we are. 15-10. I thought this was going to be a little less... well, I say a little less dramatic. I was going to say not like that, at least, you know? I didn't expect to see the half-buy, the pistols of Copenhagen Flames deliver the round win. Now, we're staring down the barrel of a 16-10. If that isn't already set in stone, I don't know what is. Nikodos, he'll find 1. Roy goes down. Rusty in middle. Oh, good timing. Nikodos turns away quite literally the second that Rusty peaks. 4-on-3, so maybe GamerLegion can stop the bleed once more. Numbers game in their hands. All the information gathered that this mid play may be starting to develop as well. HooXi seems to have a rough idea that there could be someone in middle. Doesn't decide to take the fight, and instead the M4 pushes forward. Rusty could be in for a big flank and a very quick one.
One of these situations now as well. Man advantage over towards the CT side, but GamerLegion have fluffed their lines from this position once before. The question is now, they are behind enemy lines. HooXi bombing hand in towards apartments. It's all about a timing PK. He's still shifting his way forward now. He's spotted. Missed shot though, and no way HooXi comes out on top.
That's a big kill. Copenhagen Flames, 20 seconds remain. They've got time to work with. And well, Zyphon able to find 1-0 and Isaac left alone 2-on-3. Zero could be in a really nice position though. Yabby's cleared ramp. He's going to be screaming to his team, okay, I've just checked it. I've checked it again. No one's there. Problem is though, he's made the noise jumping down. Yabby's caught off. And is this going to be the underdog story continuing? Zero, he does take a bit of damage. Isaac's position found out as well. But look at the HP bars here of the two remaining players. The utility actually forcing him out. Zyphon goes down to the Flames. HooXi, he's in connector. 11 HP, a 1-on-2. Two kits to work with here for the GamerLegion side. It will be Zero to stick it. The swing coming in. Isaac's found it. And GamerLegion continue to push the payload. It's 15-11. 4 more in a row to take us to overtime. I do not believe my eyes.
Somehow, some way, they cling on. And of course, we look at those Pinnacle odds still in favor of Copenhagen Flames. Rightly so, at 15 rounds collected. But it is much closer than you'd be fabled to believe. GamerLegion are clinging on. They are not going down without a fight at the very least. And on their map pick, at the very least, trying to take a bit of momentum going in towards Vertigo. A map in which we know the Flames are so good on. Hence as well why we are seeing Copenhagen Flames call for that tactical timeout. They themselves, they don't really feel so secure, even though they only need 1 round to close this one out. GamerLegion are breathing down their necks at 11 and getting ever closer to making this potentially an overtime on the cards affair. What a stellar performance starting to see. I mentioned Zero earlier. 27 kills is where he now stands, and he is starting to really make a name for himself. I mean, if you believe GamerLegion can get back into this, you can check out, of course, our lovely partners at Pinnacle. Winter22 is the code you can use at TED.gg for just winter.
Yeah, mate, unbelievable what we're watching. If you're not already entertained by watching Counter-Strike, I don't know what on earth you need to do to have the wake-up call to enjoy it a little bit more. It's 15-11. It was 14-4 at one point. GamerLegion have been on an unreal tear on their CT side. This might be the end though. Zyphon's opened things up. A 5-on-4 in favour of the CT, or rather the T side. CT's able to trade though. It's Ime onto Nikodos from top middle. Another kill found. 4-on-4. Molly forcing Rusty out. It's pushing him a little bit more forward. Problem is for Copenhagen Flames, they haven't really found any success towards the site themselves. No smoke towards CT. The rotate actually happening to go back towards B. What on earth is going on? GamerLegion, they've committed all their resources to the wrong site. Copenhagen Flames, it's mind games.
And all Copenhagen Flames are doing is waiting. They've kind of cut all the momentum, all the tempo. And they should be given a completely free A site here. I mean, it's a very random call to made by the CT side of GamerLegion to go over towards B, and it could become very costly.
Yeah, but then again, you know, at least you're sticking together for the retake numbers, right? Rusty would have heard that in smoke being blocked, so he's going to know a little bit towards A is there. Now he's starting to realise, okay, guys, it might just be more than one. I think it's the whole lot. Molly's dropped in. There is a double stack towards CT. No smoke, though, for the T side. It's a 2-on-4, but both players available to find kills, or are they? Roy, he's able to find one. It's an Eero 1-on-4 required, and nothing short of it to keep the dream alive. Flash is good. Eero drops away, tries to no-scope as well to find the kill. Maybe. Jump spot, gets the info. Miss shot. Zyphon finds it. It's Copenhagen Flames 16-11. It was made a lot harder than it should have been, but they're able to close out the map. The big question is, can GamerLegion put up a similar performance on Copenhagen Flames' map pick of Vertigo? There's only one way to find out. We go to a break. When we are back, a second map, and the only chance for GamerLegion to keep themselves involved in the Pinnacle Winter Series 3. Otherwise, they are eliminated here in the quarterfinals.
first round on the board. Off the back of a 16-11 loss on your own map pick, you needed a strong start coming in towards map number 2.
And well, round 2, GamerLegion chance to extend their lead for Copenhagen Flames. This could be the second round upset like we were used to on Mirage. Just have to wait and see. Nades and mollies expended early doors here for GamerLegion, just trying to think, you know, displace a couple of these Copenhagen Flames players. See what they can do in general. Minute 25 on the clock. Early doors. Roy up close. MP9. It will find the mark. Roy's gone. Yes, it may set to low, but I don't think, you know, they're really going to have much trouble taking this round. Era, careful for the flash. It turns away, turns right back in, and does even more damage. Nikados low, Zyphon gone. Zero picks up his 2k. Looking for more as well with the FAMAS here as he continues to tap him down, Neo. Nothing short of a great round here for GamerLegion. 1 on 5. Hooksy stands no chance. Yeah,
very easy. Zero in a very, very strong round. Hooksy at the very least, making it a little bit expensive. Can he find one more? No, he can't. Isaac from behind cleans that one up, and 2-0 soft just like that. And at the very least as well, we see the survival of the force by coming forward. Off the back of that first round bomb plant from flagship Copenhagen Flames, it gave them a little bit of stability in terms of their economy, allowed them to pick up in towards those somewhat half rifles, but no, much, much better. And well, just like that, we see the 2-0 start to come forward, and now what we should see is quite a good chunk of momentum start to favour the CT side and really turn the tides going forward. And of course, as you mentioned, they needed to. This is their opponent's map pick. They want to push these all 3 maps.
Smoke used by Isaac, blocking vision early doors, and again, I think it's just them applying pressure, really. GamerLegion just building up the hatred for the Flames, you know, boning away the seconds, making sure the pistols have to wait their turn, and of course the rifles just a little more prepared to try and find the kills. he found the opener. Galil on the second, gets taken down by Yabi, but the cheapest rifle of all of them out of the round. You know, not exactly going to be annoyed about that loss, as GamerLegion now just going to try and make up for the death. Finding a couple of kills goes Rusty. Even more information. Does spot Nikados. Both of them low. Nade does big damage, but it's just buying time for the flank. Hooksy as well. Low HP. Zero's got him covered. GamerLegion 3-0.
Expected, isn't it? I mean, in that situation, it should have only gone one way, and it does. At the very least, a little bit of chip damage being made there by Copenhagen Flames, but nothing really to be found too much. It was a very clean-cut round. And, you know, as you mentioned coming into this, those Pinnacle odds were very much in favor of Copenhagen Flames, especially off the back of taking their opponent's map pick and going into one of their strength picks of Vertigo. But it's a really strong and stable start from GamerLegion. They're starting to find, of course, rounds on the board and consecutive rounds of that, which was quite a tough one. Of course, if you believe they can turn things around, Winter 22 is the code you need. That's the PD points. Winter, aggressive down towards Ram. Roy makes Rusty pay the price.
And well, Zero is able to find the opener and a second kill as well. GamerLegion looking sharp on the holds across the board, because it's 3 kills and no response here for the Flames. GamerLegion, they're going to be 4-0 ahead, and Copenhagen Flames getting off to probably one of the worst starts they could have imagined.
Yeah. Not where you want to be at all, is there? I mean, in this situation, you need something substantial from Nikados. Good for 1, but only 1. Traded out immediately by a mate. And Yabi, left in a 1 versus 3. This should be a 4-0 for GamerLegion. And the question now is, how far can they take this momentum? And it's cleaned up brilliantly by Era. 4-0. I mean, this is a stark contrast to what we saw in likes of Mirage.
So, round 5. An eco required here for the Flames. Might be a half bite if they go for an investment. Don't think it would be the right decision to be made. And so now, of course, okay. Roy's gone for the hero AK. Everyone else on Deagles. Don't particularly know what the point of this one is. We'll have to wait and see, though, if he can do any damage. For the majority of the Flames, though, this is just going to be this round chalked up to a minimal. And already Roy going down early. Not the best of starts.
No. I mean, that's already... That rifle being swapped hands, already the opening kill, the man advantage. GamerLegion, with the firepower that they're bringing into this sort of round, it should be more or less a pretty comfortable cleanup. Realistically speaking, we'll yet to see, though. The Eagles reigning supreme, can they find anything? A bit of damage on towards Rusty at the very least. It gives them a bit of a headway.
Nades being dropped in, a little bit of damage here and there. Copenhagen Flames in general, though, look incredibly lost here, Neo, at the start of this map. Yabby going to get a bit of a boost up, see if he can find anything with the hero AK. Spots out, can't convert. Isaac, he'll find the kill. A 5-on-2 established as well as Ime finding Hooksy on the other side of the map. And now, of course, the hero AK of Roy looks even worse than what it did at the beginning of the round. And GamerLegion continue to extend their lead. It's going to be 5-0 here. And if I'm honest with you, Copenhagen Flames, I predicted a 2-1 to them losing their map pick. Or losing or losing Mirage and then winning Vertigo. It might just come the other way around. Zyphon's 2K, trying to keep things on their toes, Neo, but very short-lived as well.
Comfortable clean up there. 0-8. Make it a 5-0 start. I mean, this is not how I expected at all. We mentioned those Pinnacle odds, and there they are. There's been some beautiful CSGO being played here by the likes of GamerLegion. They're very, very good at kind of chalking up rounds in their favor. They're very comfortable finding the opening kill and utilizing it as a catalyst. It's beautiful CSGO played at the highest level, just like our beautiful Extrafy headphones, our lovely partners. You can check them out. Winter 10 is the code you use for 10% off everything on their website.
Yeah, nice stuff on there as well. Big fan of their mice, so we'll take it. And well, speaking of taking it, Roy, he'll take that kill very nicely. Erupt gone. So 5-on-4 finally in favour of the Flames. They've got the full buy and they've got a bit of a chance to get themselves involved once more in a round and start gaining that all-important traction. For now, of course, it is only that single advantage, and for GamerLegion, one heroic could turn that all upside down. And well, Roy finding a second. Big nade damage done, yes, but losing a second man definitely was not worth the trade.
No, not at all, of course. Everything falling in place for Copenhagen Flames now with a 5 versus 2. This is the sort of emphatic start they need in towards a round to find success. Isaac at the very least finding 1, and now 0. Ice 8 over towards this sandbag position. Good for 1. That's all he's going to find. Trader coming forward. Isaac all alone, 1 versus 3. This should go one way.
Yeah, finally, Copenhagen Flames going to score, and they do so with 3 survivors. It's Roy's 4K, and that is a great way to start here for the Flames, right? Individual success, start gaining that momentum, hope that it can play into you. GamerLegion still 4 rounds ahead, though, so don't forget the comeback still very much on if they want to catch up and take charge. But that is a good start, a very, very good start. And, well, 5-1 the scoreline. Copenhagen Flames, they've got to double up here, start putting an economy of their own, something GamerLegion did very nicely over the success that they had at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, momentum is what they need to turn the tides at the very least, and that's what we saw GamerLegion struggle in terms of Mirage. And so far, Copenhagen Flames struggle in terms of coming in towards this to their own pick. Swinging forward, though. Roy gonna fall. It may have the drop, and the flashbang's good from 0.
Yeah, nicely done. Util still going to be chucked in. They should be waiting for their chance to strike Zyphon. He'll be the man to crack things open, though. 5-on-4, Copenhagen Flames establishing that advantage once again. GamerLegion's response, just all defensive. The walls have been put up, and now it's their turn to try and hold on.
Back to a level standing in terms of a 4 versus 4. Both Ime and Dignitas taking damage. Both opting for abiding by Bogdan's law as well with the Orbs in hand. But the tempo slows right down, and Copenhagen Flames, they're doubling back what looks like towards over the A side.
Could do exactly that. Yabby just trying to make all the noise. As you said, though, there are a lot of players that are in and around the ramp position. One of which in the ladder room now going to rejoin his teammates and see what they could do. And it will be the A plate. As you said, Neo, this is it. This is the bit of a fake. Problem is, Copenhagen Flames made all the noise in the world, and then all of a sudden just shut off towards B. And so surely now GamerLegion know that A is going to be a point of contact. Missed shot from Ime. Hooksy just zooming right by the angle. Yabby, good for 1. Irrestrained. Zyphon falls as well. Dignitas left alone. And the hold is so good for GamerLegion. 5 seconds left in the round. No chance of winning. Dignitas to run away and save. And that'll be GamerLegion up to 6.
And that's off the back of a really kind of strong call from GamerLegion, just not falling away. You know, we saw Yabby selling a lot of somewhat of a ruse over towards the A side, dropping a lot, or the B side, may I say, in terms of dropping the Molotov, a couple of flashes to come forward, trying to bait out that they're going for that B here. But no, they double down, they stay over towards A, they don't falter, they wait and hold down the line, and of course, Copenhagen Flames walk straight into him. It's a bit of a gamble stack, isn't it? But it works off in their favor. High risk, high reward. And in this case, they're rewarded ever so fruitfully with a 6th round on the board and a 5-round lead. Copenhagen Flames calling for a tactical timeout, and very safe to say desperately needed, because things are looking pretty dire for them.
Rightly so that they called the timeout. I think that when you know, play the game, when you are 6-1 down and you lose a 5-on-4 like that, yeah, absolutely. You've got to wonder what the problem was in that round. Was it just because they had a good defense out towards A? Well, obviously, easy to say that because they won the round, but Copenhagen Flames, where did your issues occur? Well, you know, as you said earlier, he tried to create a fake towards B, Yabby, but, you know, no one followed up from it. It was just all the util in the world, and then it went dead silent for the remainder of the round. So GamerLegion knew what was up. He tried the run boost. At least he didn't fall off the map, you know? He just hits the barrier. Everyone's happy. Minute 40, no B control, and, well, you play passive towards A, so once again, they're just going to have to wait after all this utility goes.
Side Zeppo, once again, Nicholas holding at range. Holding over towards ramp. Copenhagen Flames at the back of that tactical timeout. Can they now start to find success? Will Nicholas clear close? I don't think he will. Tunnel vision in, MA finds the first. That's already that man advantage. And to lose the orb, that's an expensive weapon to drop.
Yeah. Another disadvantage for the Flames, and another opportunity for the wayside, maybe, for the buy. Running into the molly, HooXi.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not one way to go down. Roy as well, he shall crumble. The FAMAS picking up kills. And well, there you have it, right? GamerLegion. They look vacant in map 1, but they look extremely solid here in map 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less been one-way traffic, hasn't it? So solid, as you mentioned. I think it's the perfect way to describe it. Secure each and every round, made look very, very easy. I mean, GamerLegion, they're just chipping away, playing and biding by their own time, and there's nothing Copenhagen Flames can do. Now Yabby and Zyphon, the two young guns left all alone. Yabby will fall, that means Zyphon isolated, Galil in hand, 1 versus 5, and yeah, it's only going one way. For him, potentially a consolation kill, just get tagged down towards 22. The orb go for the repeat, get an error, will pay the price for it.
Not bad, Zyphon though. He's going to struggle in the 1v5, and as you can see, short-lived. Seconds gone. And well, there you have it, right? GamerLegion move up to 7. They are at a single round hit, of course, the T side of Copenhagen Flames. And, you know, maybe they can do something on the T side. You know, I'm not exactly going to bank, or rather on the CT side, I'm not exactly going to bank, you know, all the chips and say, yeah, nah, like, no chance for them to find success here. You know, like, it is just going to be Copenhagen Flames to just lose out 16-1. Like, they could have an unbelievable CT side. There's no denying that. Problem is, the gap is already so far, and you're still unavailable to find traction. It's just more and more problems here, and, well, there you have it, right? Eco mustering up absolutely nothing. These guys are more than happy to just keep the payload pushing, keep the rounds ticking, and you can start to see that the GamerLegion approach starting to work out very, very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, starting to look really, really comfortable. 8-1. They've already won at the half at the very least. And the question is now, how far can they take it, right? I mean, potentially, still a 14-1 scoreline could be made here for GamerLegion, quickly closing out map number 2. And this goes back to what we were saying. You know, this is a map in which, for Copenhagen Flames, was a secure pick normally for them. It's not looking the case at all. It has been brilliant from them. And also, we do have the ever so slight gap. We can mention our lovely partners at that of World of Esports, like fantasy football, but for your CSGO games, go and check them out. And if you picked up a couple of GamerLegion players, you'd be looking pretty good in terms of the points right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be. As time continues to tell, though, it very much is, well, it's very much the game in which GamerLegion look in front, look to be winning, look on form. It's a 5-on-4. HooXi at least to trade. Zero now has to back off. Still not too bad. A definitive round in which GamerLegion absolutely can still win.
Safe to say as well, making their way forward, orb in hand. Nicholas trying to find the opener towards Tetris. They still hold, they still wait. Nicholas looking for that fire, but it's going to be Zero. He struck through the smoke. HooXi didn't even expect it.
Great start. 4-on-3. Copenhagen Flames suffering greatly. Starting to feel that maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the beginning of the end for Copenhagen Flames here on Vertigo, because it's another kill picked up by Zero. Zyphon's trade, but a 2-on-4 originally means only one thing, and that is that Copenhagen Flames 35 seconds to pick up 3 kills and basically lose out on nothing themselves. Mate, it's dire straits. I don't know what's happened to the Flames. Map 1 looked unbelievable. Map 2 looked nothing short of just the second best team.
Yeah, I mean, not really where you want to be, is it? Zyphon left all alone. It was once again the 2 young guns left alive, burning in the Molotov Isaac, cleans that one up, 9-1. GamerLegion, substantial deficit now being built up. 8 rounds, in fact. I mean, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the GamerLegion side. Nothing to take away from them. There's no negatives, is there? I mean, it's all nothing but positives as they're really pulling away. I mean, it's been a brilliant performance. If you predicted this as well, you are looking very pretty, both at Pinnacle and, of course, at our other partners, at our stream cards. Over on that right-hand side of your screen, you can click the overlay, play alongside us, and, well, enjoy the game even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, making all the noise in the world here early doors, GamerLegion, proving that their noise made. They've got the skill to back it up. Ime, he's going to find one. Roy and Hooksy finding a killer piece. The first time in quite some time they found advantages. And Copenhagen Flames might just stand on their last leg to find a second round. It's GamerLegion in a 2-on-4. It's Zero and Era to pick up the pieces here on this retake.
What can they find as well? This is the first time we've seen Copenhagen Flames, you know, look secure, look actually cutthroat, the way we know they usually are. And actually, it might even be the early call just to save. Even though, you know, Era's got 6.2k and an open hand, they do have the economy to work with. No, there's no point. In a 4 versus 2, they're shut out of the side, the utilities in their face. They may as well just call for the early call, to save what they got, go for the exit frags, and give up a second over towards the Flames.
So, done and dusted. It is over. It is Copenhagen Flames up to a second. More importantly, of course, it is a chance for them to, I guess, put themselves on the board even more so. You're starting to gain that traction, starting to gain momentum. Can it continue to tick, right? The best you can do is 9-6. The chances of that is going to be quite low. And for GamerLegion, though, they are well and truly in front. And it's going to be one hell of a comeback required here for Copenhagen Flames, should they wish to want to win this map and in turn make it a 2-0. It's so difficult. So difficult.
Big ask, right? A very, very big ask to get back into this. Rumbu's coming forward. Era trying to peek above the Molotov. And he comes on up top. That's a brilliant opening kill. Nicholas didn't expect that sort of aggression. He doubles down fantastically. Looking for the third, but Roy in for the trade.
3-on-4. 2k for Era. Make it a third? No. I thought that was going to be a freebie for Ime. Instead, Zyphon, alert to the peak, knows that maybe the cheekiness for GamerLegion starting to show. And all of a sudden, 9-2 could turn 9-3 because Copenhagen Flames are 3-on-3 to manage.
Still, Zero looking to turn the tides at the very least in towards ramp. The opening kind of double pick that came forward from Era has already been put right back in his place with Zyphon and Roy one apiece. Oh, but look at the aggression here. If he finds us first, this could be more than enough. Doesn't play the close angle, and Zero falls flat to Roy once again.
Right idea, but just didn't check the right angles at the right times. And in turn now, Rusty and Isaac, they've got to perform a 2v3 of their own. And the show only just starts here for GamerLegion. Deep smoke's tossed in. They've got all the spacing in the world. Yammy's picked up Rusty. It's now Isaac in alone, 1v3. And that will be Copenhagen Flames more or less booking themselves to a third round. Nade doing good damage. Roy exactly caught out. Good spam from Isaac. Still 2 more to go. Problem is, they are quite healthy opponents. There's a molly on Zyphon as well. Like, it's going to be so difficult to defuse this bomb and find both players. Has found one, though. It's a 1-on-1. It's Zyphon against Isaac. Bomb tap not stuck. He's anticipating the peek from ramp. Checks lane, comes back to Zyphon's got the headshot, though. So Copenhagen Flames deliver a third.
At the very least, we're starting to chip away at the deficit. Still potential for a 9-6 half from the Flames. And you'd probably beg to differ. That's not really too bad. On a T side of Vertigo, a map which is ever so slightly over towards that CT side in terms of preference, a 9-6 isn't bad. That's kind of what we asked in reverse of GamerLegion over towards Mirage, which they weren't able to find, but able to really come back from on a really stellar CT side performance. So the number isn't up for Copenhagen Flames. They've still definitely got room to work with, but of course the aggression of the opening kills have only gone one way. Error holding, waiting him off the smoke, looking for a peek. Will he find him? Missed shot, but ever so close, and gains the information.
Yeah, look at the buy though here for GamerLegion, right, on wavelengths. Unlike Copenhagen Flames, where, yes, okay, we've got a double AWP setup. Problem is, what we've got backing it is 1 M4, 1 Deagle, 157. Compared to, of course, the single AWP setup of Copenhagen Flames, they got 4 lots of premium T rifles just to run right through them.
Yeah.
And so for GamerLegion, this isn't about aim. This is about outsmarting your opponent. When you're at a disadvantage like this, you just got to prevail in different ways to what you usually do. Maybe a couple of kills coming in from the AWPs, but more or less, you know, you need these Deagles to find kills, so put them in positions that maybe Copenhagen Flames wouldn't expect, such as this boost.
And the boost find anything. Deagle looking for something, does spot him out. Dignitas, though, nearly finding a trade, and a spam coming forward as Dignitas come alive. Error will fall immediately. That's one of the AWPs out of the equation. Dignitas doubling down towards him, mate. And just like that, they're being picked apart one by one. It's all down to one man, Isaac. Alone, a 1 versus 5, and surely a save call to be made here.
25 seconds remain. Isaac left alone. 1 on 5 with the AWP. As you said, the big green probably needs to be transferred into the next. And so he'll be backing away to try and create his own space. Get that AWP, of course, around 14. Unfortunately for Isaac, though, he will be hunted. There is one man already spotting him out. Yabi missed shot, though. And that will be his death. And now against 4. And a little more space granted towards B. Problem is, Copenhagen Flames know now exactly what's up, and they're going to be on the hunt themselves. Roy peeks in, though, does go down. Hoping now that he could just continue to post up and find his own ground as he finds a third. Now the damage is good. Economical finance looking horrific here. Nade going to be dropped in. Dignitas has to run very clear of it. It will be a fourth for the Flames. 3 kills, that's unreal.
I mean, at the very least, he, you know, silver lining in that sort of situation, finding himself 3 kills, causing some economical damage over towards the T side. There's some positive signs in a lost round, but of course, what we are seeing is the momentum shifting, going towards the likes of the Danes, and Copenhagen Flames starting to really manifest themselves back in towards their own map pick, starting to find a lot of success off the back of what is just consistency, consecutive kills on the board, isolating those fights, and of course, the main thing is that opening kill always seems to be going their way.
Yeah, round 14, and it could be a 5th on the board here for Copenhagen Flames. GamerLegion themselves on an eco, so more and more trouble for them. 0, all dropping down. Noise has been made. They know exactly what's up. Yabi's got him covered, and well, there you have it. Right, 5 on 4, relieving a lot of that pressure. B play looks to be waved off here for the GamerLegion side. More and more worries here for the CTs as Copenhagen Flames starting to find stability here on Vertigo.
Yeah. And the question is now, can they go in towards the second half, keeping that consistency, keeping that stability in their favor? Of course, they go into the more preferable side of CT. You beg to differ that this could be the turn of the tides, right? With a strong finish to this first half, giving them that cemented foothold going into the second. We'll have to wait and see. They slowly move their way in towards mid. 45 seconds to work with. And Hooksie going to clear the close position.
Well, flashes are in. Zyphon coming in from the jump up position. Spotted out Isaac, and he knows the AWP's there. So it is just going to be the run towards A. Yabi's caught off Rusty. And now, of course, the AWP's going to be looking to save. Ime looking to punch a few holes through that T economy. But at the end of the day, nothing is stopping Copenhagen Flames from finding 5. Era's going to get hunted. And I don't think he's going to have the same success as the previous. It's only the single before he falls. And Copenhagen Flames reanimating themselves towards the latter part of this half here, Neo.
Precisely. I mean, starting to really chip themselves away. We look at back to those Pinnacle odds, and you can see exactly why. That Copenhagen Flames sit at the 1.27 compared to the 3.68, because we know they have this ability to turn things around. As you mentioned, a 9-6 half and a 9-6 finish for them gives them that, at the very least, well, as you mentioned, stability going forward. And if you believe they can do it, TED.GG /winter, code winter22 is what you can utilize for all your betting needs.
Yep, flashes are in. Pushing on forwards. Roy Really well played. 5-on-4. Once again, it's just numbers being established here for the Flames. They know exactly what's up. Zero finding Nikodos though, and Roy being low HP causes a few problems. One of the harsher rounds for Copenhagen Flames to win. Still very manageable for the numbers.
At the very least, right? We see a 4 versus 4. Roy and Era both taking damage apiece, and Era got aggressive. Looking for that opener. Zyphon holding and waiting. Easy free kill, and of course, the more main thing to worry about is that man advantage once again now in favor, and, you know, trades benefit the T side.
Well, they're going to go for the headshot boost once more. Yabi looking to try and sort after the headshot angle. Isaac has slipped in towards Pillar. Do you expect this? Yabi, the silent boost. He knows Isaac's there. Takes his head off. Roy, in the meantime, picking up a second with the AWP. Here's Ime in a 1-on-4. And while he has found one, it's looking like Copenhagen Flames to take a 6th. What a day for Counter-Strike we're having. Copenhagen Flames, 8-1 down. Somehow salvage this half to a 9-6 scoreline. Don't quite know how they do it, but they do get it done.
It looked, you know, kind of immediately that Copenhagen Flames were down and out for the count, right? What was a really poor start. I mean, what were we saying? 8-9-1 at one point? It was not the easy situation to be in. And they made it a 9-6 off. It's a fevering turnaround, a dominant kind of end to half number 1 for them. And as you mentioned, for me, gives them that stability going forward in towards the second half. It's more than enough to start to turn the tides and start to find pockets of success now onto the arguably more preferable CT side. The question is now, can they? And what we know of Copenhagen Flames, strength in terms of their pistol rounds are few and far between, but when they do find it, it kickstarts what should be a good run of form. While we have seen GamerLegion be just that cut above in terms of their pistols, if Copenhagen Flames find a 7th here, this is where things turn in their favor.
A big worry as well is that GamerLegion really haven't had the best track record on the T side, right? 42% win rate
true.
Overall. Their pistols on the T side haven't been phenomenal. For Copenhagen Flames, CT is their preferred side. So GamerLegion go from their best side to their worst side by a drastic measure. And Copenhagen Flames just getting a bit of a bump now, right? We know that they're a good CT side. We saw in Mirage how good they were. Now, of course, it's just orchestrating that all together. GamerLegion going for a fast B play will be countered by Zyphon's USP. That's not ideal. Util popped in. M8 finding one. 0 a second. 5-on-2 in GamerLegion. Starting things off on the right foot here on their T-pistol.
Yeah, aggressive, right? It's so easy from them. They just hold W, get control of the site, overwhelm the site as well, and leave now Nikodos all alone. 1 versus 4, maybe 1 versus 3, but a task too tall for him. GamerLegion. First side hit double digits, and what a way to do so. Things looking all the better for them. And they're starting to really pull away. It's now becoming a dicey spot for the Copenhagen Flames, where they have a lot to work with. Kind of a lot to do, may I say, and a lot less to work with.
Yeah, they're going to go for an eco here. I think get to the rifles as soon as possible is the correct strategy to take, just because...
For sure.
You know, you can't really afford to keep losing rounds. If you were to take a force buy here and lose and then take an eco, we're looking at a 12-6 scoreline the next time you buy. But taking, of course, the full eco here and then buying the next will mean 11-6 will be the scoreline when they can bring forward the M4s and start taking away maybe a couple of these premium C rifles. Or is it required for the Zyphon? 2 kills with the USP. Dinking Era as well. They're coming right for this. Zyphon's found a 3rd with the USP. Don't believe my eyes. Bomb's going to be picked up by Isaac, but it is a numbers game in which Copenhagen Flames are ahead.
What can they do as well with the kind of the low buy? They've got rifles to work with now. Yabi trying to get the close position. Does so well. Bomb dropped, and that's it. 0 all alone. 1 versus 3. Surely, with just a Galil in hand, there's nothing he can find. They know exactly where he's coming from, too.
They got the bomb, and Zyphon has his 4th. What a round. 3 with the USP, and he's upgraded to the AK to find his quad. It is 7 on the board for the Flames. It's a full eco victory. And GamerLegion, that is a great way to start the half, but not a great way to find a second, because they have lost everything, all traction, all weapons, all chance of finding an 11th, gone within round 17, and it is an immediate timeout to make up for it.
Yeah, they have to, right? In this sort of situation, a timeout is more or less a necessity to be made here for GamerLegion after dropping that sort of round, because it shunts the momentum back on towards the other hand. We see here, AWP being picked up, supported by the rifles. Everything seems to be looking on the up. And, well, for GamerLegion, a dicey spot was going to be more or less a nothing buy. this could change the tide. This could turn the situation. And we're looking towards individual stepping forward. Zyphon again, the young gun, the youngest guy in the server. 16 kills to his name. Sitting quite pretty, 16-14 positive. For Copenhagen Flames, started to make a name for himself. And of course, going forward, can he be that difference maker? The firepower that he brings towards the server, the isolation of kills has been so good so far. And of course, I mean, if you had him in your world of esports, HLTV, kind of a fantasy team, you'd be looking quite pretty. You can go check out them, our partners.
Yeah, absolutely. Round 18, GamerLegion, Beagles. For Copenhagen Flames, 2 AKs, M4, Galil, AWP. On the third round of the CT side, right? Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. And Copenhagen Flames, they're not going to be done just yet. They're looking to try and run away with this game, make it a 2-0, give us an extended break, Neo, before our second BO3 today. You know, that's the idea for them. For GamerLegion, it is a long-winded road. Yes, they are ahead, but the problem is they are at a huge disadvantage over Copenhagen Flames now, and a great start here for them.
So far, so good. Yeah, I'll be holding close in towards the rafters position. Hooksy got a good control of the mid as well. I mean, these pistols are being put in their place. The firepower is making all the difference. The real kind of distinct lack of utility is causing a problem. Zero at least good for 1. But the immediate trade from Roy makes a 2 versus 4, and this should be mopped up to a pretty clean 8th round on the board. Spamming, bomb down. That's it. Surely 1 versus 4. I think it's only going one way.
Yep, Isaac left alone. Plenty of chances for Copenhagen Flames to close out for an 8th. Obviously, winning a Felico in the last. They've got plenty of cash as well behind them. Only 1 casualty would be ideal against this force buy. If Isaac can find any more, it would be nice for the GamerLegion side, but it is not meant to be. Yabi's 3rd gives GamerLegion only a 2-round gap. And of course, that stirs up even more problems. It's an eco for them in round 19. It's looking like a 10-9. And then, of course, the buy afterwards. That means everything. It's either Copenhagen Flames to tie the game, or, of course, GamerLegion start running away with it.
Precisely that. I mean, where we stand now is, of course, GamerLegion, once again, in the second part of a double eco, a dicey spot to be in. Nothing to be brought in terms of a buy. The Zero's going to go sit in the toilet and wait and hold. I mean, nothing realistically that we can find for the GamerLegion side, and Zero, he's having a bit of fun.
Don't know why. It's like he's raving in the toilet, like head bop. Now he's like screaming. I don't know. What has he eaten, mate? What has he eaten?
Like... I mean, for the GamerLegion side, this is essentially just an extended attack pause, isn't it? You know, they're kind of utilizing attack pause while actually taking attack pause. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do when they pick up their full buy coming in towards this next round. When they pick themselves up a much more significant in terms of firepower, they should be chalked up to a very comfortable round in their favor. Nate's come forward from Yabi, trying to cause a bit of chip damage. Will do exactly that towards Zero. As he holds and waits, it should only go one way. They've got all the information, only Glocks. It should be a very comfortable 9th. 1 round in it as well. We're in for an exciting finish, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Boost coming up for MA here. Having a little check. Good night. Head ripped off. Yabi's M4 just claiming souls. 3 men left. 0, Ira, Rusty. Any kills here would be good, of course, with Glocks. You're not expecting the world. Good damage done to Zyphon. M4 of Yabi now has to swing to try and make up for it. Both players tagged up. So this could be a couple of kills here for the Glocks until Hooksy is in for the rotate. Copenhagen Flames up to 9.
Easy. Very, very easy. I mean, so little that GamerLegion can do in that sort of situation. 10-9 is where we stand. 3 consecutive rounds on the board for the Copenhagen Flames. And our long-term economy that is looking so stable for the Danes. The dominant Danes is what we see so far. But of course, at the very least, a full buy coming forward. You mentioned that was essentially like an extended attack pause for GamerLegion. Now can they utilize it? Now can they start to find some success? Because they desperately need to turn the tides. Yeah,
absolutely. Like, really, really need to start picking up the momentum here, GamerLegion. Losing this round, of course, it's 10-all. You're back to the eco. Like, more and more problems occur losing this round. Nade coming in. Damage doesn't score too highly. Ime and Zero just taking a little bit of chip damage. And well, the ramp control looking quite good here. Zero's trade. Nikodos is double. It's a great job from the AWP up. GamerLegion down to 3. Flash is used. The AWP not going to stop yet. He does go forward. Will lose his life for it, though. 3 on 3. Roy's AK going to find 1. Turning the heat to maximum here is GamerLegion. Yes, it's back and forth. Yes, they're doing good damage, but they need to start winning rounds.
Yeah, they need to. Rusty finding one towards Zyphon. Yeah, I mean, a 1 versus 2 now. All the more tougher. Bomb dropped in a very inopportune space, but at the very least, you know, for the Copenhagen Flames side with Yabi all alone, he's got time to work with to try and deny any sort of control going forward. Timing of the essence, spotting out error, but error comes out on top. GamerLegion respond emphatically off the back of a low buy, off the back of essentially attack pause. They turn things around, and what a way to do so. They desperately needed to pull things in their favor. And a first round like that in a while can shift momentum back in their favor.
So, GamerLegion repairing what the damage looked like from a 9-1 lead that they had. It is 11-9 in their name. Copenhagen Flames down by 2. Still plenty of cash to reinvest though. And of course, for GamerLegion, it needs to be another round 1. Isaac taking damage early. 3 players up towards ramp, early doors. It looks to be more of an A-heavy default than anything. 0 caught out by Zyphon's mid-peak. 5-on-4.
Nobody killed early doors go the way of the Danes. Holding and waiting. Nicholas looking up towards yellow. Always on this position. He could be given a free kill. It's all about timing. Utility coming forward into a sandbag, but he fires the first, looking for the second, and he delivers brilliantly. Not able to connect on towards a third, but it's more than enough as Roy finding a trade and cleans up with a second in his name. All recollected. And what an emphatic round. What a beautiful round of CSGO there from the Copenhagen Flames to find double digits and once again make this just a 1-round affair. Beautiful, beautiful stuff by them. Making it only 1 round in it, and of course, the more important thing, re-breaking that economy of GamerLegion. Look, again, nothing to be brought in, at the very most, just upgraded pistols.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, really nice round of Counter-Strike. The bait and switch worked perfectly right between the setup of Roy and Nikodos. They thought that they had him read into the AWP peaks to find a second. Finally, they get the trade, and even when they do, right, immediately just swings back at it. And Roy able to collect the last 2 in the round. GamerLegion now only a 1-round gap. It's going to be even more narrow after this eco. It should be in favor of the Flames. And then, of course, it's 11 all up in the air. And now I wonder really, really, in a negative way for GamerLegion here, is this going to be a 2-0?
Oh. Just the low buy coming forward. Once again, kind of like an extended attack pause, as we've mentioned. They're not really calling one. And for GamerLegion with a real lack of momentum, you do have to start to beg of, you know, maybe an actual attack pause needs to be taken here. They're not looking kind of concise in terms of their T-side rounds. They're really struggling to manifest success in their favor. And it's becoming a dicey spot where Copenhagen Flames, in the run of form that they're on, they should be able to close this series out 2-0.
Flash dropped in, Nikodos missed shot, 5-on-5 still. But of course you're against Glock, so when you do miss a shot, this is the only round where you can sort of repent for your sins and actually find some decent ground. Rusty, deleted. Good night. Wall bang, no scope. Nikodos doing him dirty. The rest of the players just going to walk right into the guillotine as well. Roy picking up a double, Nikodos a triple. Full house between the 2 Copenhagen Flames ramp players. And well, there you have it, right? Round 23. It is a tech pause before we begin, but it is GamerLegion's only chance to get a full buy, get themselves back into driver's seat. And well, for Copenhagen Flames, look at the money, right? They are in a great position.
They are. Tech pause going forward. Hopefully, not too much of a problem. We do hope. And once again, GamerLegion kind of repeating exactly what they did in terms of Mirage T-side, where they couldn't put a consecutive round on the board. This is where we're starting to see a glaring weakness in towards GamerLegion on their T side. It's consistency, isn't it? It's a simple thing. You know, there's all well and good finding, you know, rounds here and there, but with the lack of consistency on the board, this now becomes all the more problematic where, you know, of course, Copenhagen Flames are going to dominate that momentum. And that's what we see as we stand. So far, so good. As we head into a tech pause, and hopefully, you know, we mentioned only a brief one, but of course, while we do, if you believe that GamerLegion can turn this one around, go check out our lovely partners at Pinnacle. Tech.gg/winter. You just go to Winter22 for all of your betting needs.
Pretty cool backgrounds I'm seeing for the GamerLegion guys. This one here specifically. Feels like I'm in like a gun range, you know? And it's like a gun range for gamers. The peripheral. He's got a VR headset as well. Check him out, man.
Yeah.
Living a good life.
I've been tempted to get a VR. I've been tempted.
Yeah, you think, you've been thinking?
I think sometime around the player break in like August, I'll probably pick one up, to be honest.
Yeah, nice. A
little bit of a stream or something, just me just running about.
Yeah, fair enough. Interestingly enough, my school got sent VR headsets.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like, not a bad thing to have in school.
Yeah, exactly, mate. We were absolutely chilling, living a good life.
Was it learning VR or
what
was it?
No, let's be real here. It was meant to be, but it just didn't happen.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I don't have one personally, so bit of a shame. But yeah, I've always been a fan. Like, you know, there's like the Counter-Strike version of VR. It's like that looks pretty cool to play. Like, I'd love to. That's what I mean. Like, if Counter-Strike was in VR, I feel like it would be like super cool to watch. Like, people would be terrible to begin with, but you know, like, I feel like hitting a one-tap would be like so satisfying in this game. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if it was
exactly.
in like VR specifically, like, mate, get me in on that.
100%, right? I mean, at the very least, it kind of something as a bit of a change. It's the future, isn't it? Speaking of the future, of course, we do have stream cards, our lovely partners. The overlay on your stream, you see on that right-hand side, you can play alongside us. It's kind of a it's like a sort of card game, isn't it? Essentially, alongside. It's got single-player mode as well as kind of multiplayer. There's leaderboards, tournaments, all of that good stuff. Go and check out lovely partners at stream cards. Oh, we are still in a tech pause. There's Nicholas there, of course. And we're holding and waiting. Hopefully, it's not too much of an issue. I'm not really too sure what the problem is as we stand. But hopefully, it does get fixed momentarily. And there it is, yeah. I think it was just a little bit of sort of team speak issues. But
yes,
it needs to be getting sorted as we speak. 2 consecutive rounds. 11-11 is where we stand. And unfortunately, over towards kind of the likes of GamerLegion, a full bite's come forward here. There will be a distinct lack of an AWP to counter that on Dignitas. And, of course, losing this round, which, in terms of their current run of form, is highly likely, it goes back to a double eco.
So here we are. Back underway, round 23-11. All the scoreline, the TeamSpeak problems have been fixed. And we're ready and raring to go once more here. Round 23. And a chance for GamerLegion to put themselves back in front. But probably the only chance they're going to get in terms of momentum to keep themselves afloat. Nade in early. It's beautiful damage done. Rusty, sub 60, early doors. That is going to hurt.
That's not where you want to be, is it? Not really where you want to be at all. Rusty taking a big chunk early doors. Now, utility into his top stairs. Mate, they're holding on the 4, still looking for that opener. And it looks like they're going to somewhat of a committal play over towards B now.
Spam dropped in. Util pouring forward, I guess, for the Flames. They're just going to try and hold on as best as they can, using the utility to try and counter all the setups. For GamerLegion, this is a B play. And that smoke will buy an extra 15 or so seconds for Yabi to post up, get in an advanced position, get ready to take a fight. And more importantly for GamerLegion, they themselves have to wait for this one to fade before they can even exploit.
Precisely, I mean, slower tempo coming forward from GamerLegion could be costly. They're still looking for that early entry. That's been the success, right? Off the back of that opening kill, utilizes a catalyst. Nicholas holding in towards mid. Yabi once again holding over towards rafters. It's such a tough position to clear. And there it is.
He's got it, though. He's absolutely got it. 5-on-4 established. GamerLegion numbers game in their favor. Flash is going to be dropped in. He spots out Isaac. Nicholas is warp. Sharp, not enough, though. Can't quite find enough of Isaac's body to find a kill. Charging up the nade, ready and raring to drop that one down for the post plant. Throws it in. Damage is good. Rusty even more of it. A second nade goes in. Bomb denied. 10 seconds remain. They've got to set it back down. They will do so now. The pressure's in. Just got to deny it. They can't find it in time, but it is kills across the board. And it's Zero collecting a double. Era's flank caught after. Nikado's 9 HP. He knows exactly where Zero is. You would have heard the clink of the metal for him to drop down. Taps the bomb. Doesn't stick it. Nikados has got the angle. And it's Copenhagen Flames to 12. Money's going to be okay for GamerLegion because they did get the plant. But Copenhagen Flames just one step ahead. And financially, they are set.
Yeah, I mean, that's brilliant. Clutch factor from Nikados, stepping up huge. Oh, so easy to, again, find another round. As you mentioned, they're set in terms of The CT side of Copenhagen Flames, longevity, there's a lot of stability there for them, looking very, very successful. Not the same situation over towards the T side. We mentioned, of course, that a lost round meant that for them is going to be pretty much a nothing buy coming forward. Granted, a bomb plot has given them somewhat of room to work with, but it's just going to be a double Galil. Not really where you want to be. They might try and step up the tempo at the very least, but for GamerLegion, they're in a tough spot. I mean, Copenhagen Flames are knocking on the door 2-0ing this series.
Nikadov's advanced position in middle as well. He's waiting for his chance to strike. Is there going to be any form of double swing? Well, no. Orp collects the first, backs off as well. No trade for GamerLegion. Boost going to come in. Nikadov, will he read into this play? No, he will not. He goes aggressive, finds another. Oh, no. Nikadov! How does he get away with them all? It's just him, and Rusty left. And an ironclad defense in middle means only one thing, and into the jaws of the rifles goes Ime. He'll get tagged down to very, very low. Rusty as well. His position compromised on ramp as he throws Util out. That is an unbelievable one for Nikadov, and he's not done just yet. He's got sights set on 4 as he patiently waits for his chance to strike. Rusty going to try and create some space on ramp. Zyphon thinking about swinging. Roy's pitched up more passive. What a round from Nikadov, and what a way for Copenhagen Flames to find 13.
Yeah, I mean, he single-handedly won this round, hasn't he? All off the back of just individual brilliance. How did he find that 3rd kill? Never should have been given that room to work with. It's a near-flawless round for the Copenhagen Flames side. Nikadov with a 3K more or less sealed the deal. Brilliant. I mean, if you had him in your World of Esports fantasy team, you're looking oh so fruitful right now. As Copenhagen Flames, they're pulling away. They're starting to bridge a gap, and they're starting to really cause just all the momentum to shift in their favor. GamerLegion, they look down and out for the count. They look fatigued. They look lost. They look so isolated in each and every fight. They're losing trades and kills that they should definitely be picking up in a normal situation.
This time around ago, the odds were a 1.06 over at Pinnacle in favor of the Flames. You can only think those odds are going to get narrower and narrower to that 1.0.
Yeah.
As they are edging in on Sweet 16, and not only that, it would be the 2-0 to knock GamerLegion out of this event. And let's not forget, GamerLegion had an unbelievable run. You know, they qualified through the main Swiss, made playoffs, beat the first game, of course, they had in the event. And then, of course, after beating Dignitas, put themselves exactly where they are on the map. Or rather, sorry, beat Endpoint, put themselves on the map. On the flip side of things, though, there's still a bit of flair beneath them. 5 on 3, 2 kills found towards ramp, and a chance for them maybe to score a 12.
So far. So good for the GamerLegion side turning the tide. They managed to find the opening 2 while they clear the close position in. Spotted out in towards the reload. Hooksy, a lot of chip damage, but not the kill.
Chances presenting themselves. Util drops out. Flash is thrown in. Nikadov's going to have to turn away from his teammate's utility. Hooksy's found one, though. Orp of Nikadov's missed shot. Hooksy's still living. Yabby's found another. It's not terrible. It's not a horrific situation to be in. 20 seconds remain. GamerLegion now have to swing in. Yabby left alone. 1 on 3. Does the damage. Can't find the kill. Couple of the players are low, but it is enough to push the payload. GamerLegion to 12. And while they have a leg to stand on now, still some catching up to do, but it is definitely manageable here for the T side of GamerLegion.
Yeah, I mean, what we're starting to see now as well is this map number 2 posturing like it's going to go the full distance. I mean, granted, luckily for the likes of the Flames, they have that long-term economy built up, though we already mentioned, a stark amount of stability in terms of their economy, so they'll be sitting more or less pretty fruitful, but all to play for into round number 26, 12-13 the scoreline. Or none in it.
As close as you like here on Vertigo. Copenhagen Flames winning this one, though, would cause problems. Ime's found 2. Spray transfers on point. Molly from Hooksy to try and delay, to hinder, to stop GamerLegion. Nade going to be dropped in. He moves even more aggressive. Flash going to get chucked in. Zero's got the frag anyway. 2 on 5. Copenhagen Flames missing out on a big opportunity. Would be surprised to see a save here from Zyphon and Yabby. And it's going to be 13 all. GamerLegion continuing to take us the distance.
Looking like it. 2 versus 5 should only go one way. Consolation kill at the very least for Yabby. AK collectors. So small silver lining. But I think this should only go one way. Can he find another? Zero spotting him out. It's all about a an aggressive fight here. And for the GamerLegion side, they're trying to deny that weapons being saved across, even though there's longevity in terms of the economy, it's all about trying to cause instability in terms of momentum. Can they find it? Swing it forward. Zero finds one. Zypher good for one more. The trade's going in for his favor, but Zero doubles down to close it out. The hunt goes well. Successful as they tie this game up once again, 13 apiece.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It is looking great. A Copenhagen Flames timeout here signifies only one thing, and there is panic at the Danish camp, because they have got problems. Financially, it isn't terrible. You know, they can still make up ground, they can still make up time, they can absolutely, you know, find some success. Problem is, right, the longer that they wait to pull the trigger on a buy, or the more that they hinder on taking an eco, the more opportunity GamerLegion have of closing this map. And they're going to go for the cutthroat approach. They're going for the buy in this round. They're going for every opportunity here. If they can find it, good. If not, GamerLegion will take us to a third. Take us to Ancient. Take us to that decider.
Well, the question is now, do we get there? Can GamerLegion turn the tides? First time we've seen a consecutive round put on the board, and of course it's come off the back of what has been the all kind of success factor, may I say, for GamerLegion. Aggression, right? They've been closing on a lot of the space, getting a lot of map control, and that's when they are able to capitalize. Now Nade coming forward, Yabi in a very advanced position, give it the first one to make it 2 damage dealt but no kill.
Still big damage though, still really big damage. Question is, even with this disadvantage, GamerLegion still got the numbers game in terms of the weaponry as well, so they can absolutely work back and find this round. Nikodos going to have a nice little boost on the angle. Hooksy will try and support him. There's a man in sandbags as well. This is a AAA stack, and GamerLegion will be committing to the cause. This is so problematic. If Nikodos can find a kill and both Hooksy and himself get away alive, unscathed, GamerLegion are going to be in such a difficult situation. Roy yet to be mollied clear. They will be pressuring forward. It's a game of timing. It's a game of chase. And more importantly, it's a first kill. Smoke on top of the molly. Rusty finds one.
Oh, brilliant.
Roy's still alive. Zero's found a trade. Roy with another.
Stunning.
Zyphon's second. And that is a great round. Or rather, Zyphon's only. It's Roy's second. But it's Copenhagen Flames to 14. And GamerLegion themselves now in a bit of financial distraught.
Yeah, I mean, that is a brilliant round. So well played. I mean, the boost coming forward from the likes of Nikodos, you know, on the top side of that boost, he's not going too aggressive. He's not looking kind of for that big overset that's peeking towards Ram, trying to give away the ruse. No, he's waiting for an opportunity to find a kill and fall away unscathed. That's exactly what it does. Finds that kill, drops down, not at that sort of period traded, and then Roy staying alive into his sandbags. That's the difference maker. Fires the first, jumping up, into a little bit of an off angle, doubles down. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Textbook round there from the likes of Copenhagen Flames. It's beautiful CSGO. As we mentioned, played at that highest level. 14 is what they collected. 2 away from the Orioles to 16 in a really good driving spot. You know, of course, speaking of beautiful, we once again mention our lovely partners at Xfi. You saw us wearing these beautiful headphones in the pre-game segment. And of course, you can go check out all the products on their website. 10% off using the code WINTER10.
Round 28. GamerLegion down by 1. They've got a full buy, but as you can see, right, utility isn't great on a couple of these players. And Copenhagen Flames themselves know that this is absolutely their opportunity to strike. If they win this round, more than likely it will be the game set and done. And so for GamerLegion, probably the most important round of Counter-Strike they're going to play in the entire event.
Yeah.
As well, only one opportunity now. Can't afford to miss it.
Waiting game, isn't it? All about timing. Ramp control priority for the GamerLegion side. But they're not too overzealous in it. They're not overextending too much. Roy once again posts up towards sandbags, a position of strength for him. How does he want to play it?
Roy, thinking about it. One-way smoke. Oh my god, the crosshairs literally on him. Oh my god, Roy! He takes the harder approach, flicks across, blind fire through the smoke. Ime eliminated, 4 on 5.
That's that man advantage as well. We know how much of a difference that makes.
Big opportunities. All about timing. Roy still in an advanced position. Such an off angle though. Spamming away. He's caught dead to right. That's the problem with that position. Is as soon as you take a fight, there is no escaping. There is no running. And it is, he's finally met his death. 4 on 4. still patiently waiting. Nikodos towards CT, posting up that utility towards the A site. GamerLegion now dropping things in. Question is, can they hold on? 25 seconds. Missed headshot molly. The nade was good. Problem is, Hooksy remains alive simply just because there was no utility to flush him out. Bomb set down. Nade tossed in. Rusty takes a bit of the tail end of the nade. Second one dropped in. 4-on-4 retake.
Yeah, the utility being used here, but so far, not really connecting in the way they wanted to. It's all about this early couple of flashes coming forward. Oh, a knife bunch towards a teammate as well. Flashbang coming in. Hooksy finds 1-0 in for the trade at the very least. They're trying to deny the aggression coming forward, but Zyphon good for one. Trade's coming forward. He doubles down. All down to one. Man, Isaac a 1 versus 2. Finds the first, but can he find Zyphon?
Zyphon sticking it. Absolutely so. No, he pulls off. Will swing in. No ammunition. And he's got enough time with the kit. Zyphon's 3K. The hero of Vertigo, because it's Copenhagen Flames 15. GamerLegion 13. Map series semi-final point. And Copenhagen Flames, I mean, my God, they came close of losing this one a few stages. But now they've got to win 1 out of 2. It's everything to play for. And unfortunately, I don't think GamerLegion have it in them to win them both. Take it to overtime and then find success there as well.
No, I mean, I think it's safe to say that the Flames, they've made it hard for themselves today, haven't they? When it could have at times been an easier closeout. No, they did make it tough, especially on Mirage. And of course, even similar here, 15-13 where we stand a big chunk of an A coming forward. Isaac down to 65 is not where you want to start. And then falling immediately. Brilliant aggression from Roy. This could be the number up. Man advantage, health advantage, everything falling in their place.
Peeking in, Yabi's FAMAS claims another soul. Down to 3, down to the core. 0 era Rusty, and unfortunately, it's down to 2. And that might just be the shut book here of GamerLegion's time in the Pinnacle Winter Series 3, as it is Era and Rusty to pull off a 2-on-5. Smoke's gonna fade. Yavi has another to his tally. It's Rusty alone, against all odds, against all 5, against everything on Vertigo. He drops down. Going to try and take an advanced position, clearing out the railings. But as you said a second ago, Neo, I think this is it. I think this is done. I think this is Copenhagen Flames 16-13.
And deservedly as well. I mean, they have just been emphatic. On the CT side, they stepped up massively. Rusty finds a consolation kill, but ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 the series. Copenhagen Flames 16-13. What a performance by them. I mean, we already mentioned it. I think it's more than safe to say that Copenhagen Flames made it hard for themselves. When, you know, looked towards Mirage, they were 14-4. Should have closed that one out. Dilly-dallied a little bit, but finally got there. Map number 2, more of the same. Yeah. They kind of made things hard in terms of the start. It was not the greatest first half from them on their T side. But when they went into the more preferable side of CT, they stepped up massively. Credit where credit's due. A 2-0 series, and of course, moving in towards that semi-final very confidently.
Yeah, really nicely done. I think for me, the stats speak volumes. I think map 1 looked unbelievable for Roy. There was no denying, right, on the end of that he looked unbelievable from beginning to end. On Vertigo as well, it was the Zyphon show. 24 and 18, he ended up going. A crazy decent game from him. And, well, yeah, I think when you look at the stats, when you look at the way that GamerLegion played, it wasn't exactly bad. It was just that they always had an outperformer on the Copenhagen Flames side of things. You know, when you wanted to take it pound for pound, Copenhagen Flames, they had that third man to turn up, right? It was Roy's show in map 1, but map 2, Zyphon, unreal stuff. And yeah, Copenhagen Flames booked themselves a place in the semi-finals. Of course, if you didn't see the bracket beforehand, just to give you a bit of a reminder, we've got 4 games today. Up next, it is Ecstatic and UNGENTIUM. And then, of course, afterwards, Heroic versus Apeks and Dignitas taking on SKADE. As you can see, Copenhagen Flames making their way through to the semi-finals. And then, of course, to join them is the winner of the Dignitas SKADE game. So, yeah, really impressive stuff, Neo. We are going to go to a break, a bit of an extended one, probably, you know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. When we are back, it is our second game of today. Ecstatic taking on UNGENTIUM. 1 team gets eliminated. 1 team to go through against the winner of Heroic versus Apeks. You'll find out after this extended break. Don't go anywhere.